that my heart will go on.
And we are
sorry.
the Bro Force Squad podcast coming at you from a ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that may or may not be sinking. I am your captain, Brian Banner. My first mate to my right, our enforcer in the paint, Matthew F. Geiger. Geiger, if your ship was sinking, what would your final request be for the song? What do you want the DJ to sing?
Definitely not Celine Dion. Probably like some Serb Mix-a-Lot. I like big butts and I cannot lie. That's what I want to die to. Going underwater.
That's what I'm talking about. And Geiger's first mate, the mayor in the paint.
Is everybody in the paint?
Yes, everybody's in the paint tonight. Jeffrey.
We're not in the boat because the fucker's sunk.
Yeah, we're not in the boat. If you're in the boat, you're dead. Jeff Hornacek, the mayor himself. Now, Jeff, if the boat was going down, who would save you?
I think my ex-wife Rachel and I would have, in a traumatic circumstance like this, we could patch things up. So, Rachel, if you're out there, let's hop aboard a Carnival Cruise Line and just fucking talk this out.
Yeah, we all know that that's not going to happen. And the mayor's first mate, our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli. Cycli, what kind of insurance claim would a catastrophic boat sinking, what kind of dollar value would be associated with this?
Somewhere between $1 and $1 billion, Bob.
Awesomely said. Guys, we have our screens paused at the Paramount Pictures mountain with the stars all the way up. And once we found our remotes, we are going to hit play in 3, 2, 1. Let's set sail.
We're watching Titanic.
Oh, yeah, we're watching Titanic. Fuck, I did it too.
Dude.
I fucking did it.
Don't worry, the title of the video will have it in there, right?
No,
We'll do that.
I didn't get any fucking leeway on that on Home Alone, and I was way fucking more drunk than any of us were right now. Because that was
Also,
the Bro Squad weekend we were all together.
I have a problem, Cycli. Bob doesn't host the show anymore. It's Drew Carey.
Yeah,
Show
but
a little
Carey.
I get that, but it's more iconic to say Bob, all right? Don't
Is
do
Bob
this.
Barker still alive?
Yes. He's out there
I
saving
don't know.
dogs from getting
Depends when
When this actually hits YouTube, will he still be alive?
I doubt it. I really.
True.
That's like making a bet on when Betty White's going to die.
Oh, by the way, this is the Zapruder film from the actual Titanic. This is real footage.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the real ocean also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like a live feed?
probably just the pool in a Hollywood studio.
And
What
there
a
it is,
90s
tit
way to
anal
put up-
itch.
What a 90s way to put up the title. He's like, yeah, just have the ocean in the back, then I want Times New Roman, Titanic. Be perfect.
Yeah, but we're going to do bold, stay with me here, 16 font.
Shaded? No.
No.
Not shaded.
Come on.
I remember when this movie came out in theaters, like, obviously this is an iconic film, but as a kid, I was like, dude, 3 hours in theaters, I'll fucking kill myself. And then kids at my school were like, no, but there's tits in it. I was like, well, I guess I'll sit through it.
I remember when people told me that, I was like, I don't want to see that. It's sad. People die and they're like, there's boobs in it. And as soon as the boobs were done, I was like, I'm done. I want to leave now.
I think, were these the first,
Yes.
boobs you ever saw?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, well, for me, yeah.
Yeah. And I actually didn't see this in theaters. My babysitter had it and watched it all the
Was she
time.
hot?
And
Did you
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
her?
This is the start of a
Dude,
porno
all my
right
all
here.
my babysitters were hot. My parents did a pretty good job. But I remember I thought it was the stupidest movie ever until I saw that scene. I'm like, okay, I can get it behind it and give it another shot, I guess.
Literally.
So, is this just, like, how were they able to show tits? Is it because it's artistic that they were still able to get that
Yeah,
PG?
that's exactly what it
rating?
was. And if they had done, there's like I read like there's one fuck or two fucks in this movie, and one more fuck would have also jumped it to a rated R.
Yeah, I
watched
know
a
the
porno,
MPA
though, where the porno chick was actually an artist. So why isn't that artistic, though?
Well,
And
they
she
don't
got-
show them. He shows her painting her, not sexually. If it was like them having sex and boobs, that would be rated R.
So since she got it ramrod up her ass, then it's not PG-13.
Right, there you go.
Are you talking about the porno now or this movie? 'Cause
Wait,
I don't remember.
yeah.
Is that a deleted scene where Kate Winslet gets Rose?
No,
gets,
the porno I watched where the chick was actually an artist. She was doing a painting and a guy came in and was like, "Hey, this isn't my apartment," and they just ended up having anal sex.
Guys,
Okay,
are
yeah,
we
that's-
that much derailed already? This is a 3-hour movie.
I was gonna go talk about how James Cameron literally films these kind of films just so he can fund his adventures. He literally only
Yeah.
made this movie so he could go down and explore the Titanic. But
By the
it's
way,
like-
let's have. Sorry, cycling.
no, I'm sorry.
He's sorry for
Apology.
talking.
Apology accepted. Can we have a quick drink here to Bill Paxton? Rest in peace.
Yep.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I forgot.
I forgot
about
about
that.
it.
Damn.
Oh, and by the way, I know we're drunk, but we could show a little fucking respect. It's Jim Cameron now, so we wouldn't be calling him Puff Daddy.
Yeah. Geiger and I were at the movie theater, and he was talking about like the 25-year anniversary, and he goes, "Hi, it's Jim Cameron," and Geiger just goes, "It's not your name."
I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, is this
I'm like,
real?
yeah.
Is this really 25 years old?
Or is it 25 or 30 or
No,
something
this
like
is 20
that.
years old.
It's got to be 20.
It was 97 when this came out.
But he's trying to go by Jim Cameron now. Like you can just be.
You can't
it's
do
mainstream.
that, dude.
No, bro.
Is there?
Like-
I mean, did
like
something
when-
happen to the name James that he like flipped out?
It's like when Kobe raped that girl and he switched his number from 8 to 24. Did James Cameron like commit a felony and now he's Jim?
No, dude. Actually, what if he's part of the Me Too movement and he's just getting out ahead of it? So when the chick's like, "James Cameron raped me," he's like, "Yeah, James did. I'm Jim now. So
Yeah,
leave me
James
alone. Go
James
see
raped me
Avatar
too.
8." Yeah, James did that. That's why I switched my name to Jim. That's actually smart. Maybe that's why he did it.
If you're at home drinking with us, I know what you're asking. You're already thirsty, and that is also sexually implicit for the fun facts. So don't worry, Hornasex got you covered here in a little bit.
Yeah, we got fun flax of the plethora coming out in this bitch. Also, the worst mistake a movie can make is pretending what it should be like in the future. Because now, since we're in 2018, this is kind of shitty ass. I mean, like this looks like a dust bunny or something that you have like cleaning.
No, this is real.
your
Though.
apartment.
Yeah, this is
No,
real.
seriously. No, this is
Back
actually
then.
how they. But they're not predicting the future. This is like what was actually happening.
Yeah, this is straight up like what they do, like they did for their exploration. Ooh, that's
Why
strong,
would-
boy.
Why would
Yeah.
someone go down there
It's
and
a
actually
little strong.
scuba dive? That's no fun.
I didn't realize it was that
Because
strong
they're
to
like
report it.
thousands and thousands of.
So you
Feet
couldn't
beneath the-
scuba dive all the way down there?
You would,
I don't think the water
literally it's
pressure.
like
would-
1,000 pounds per square.
Honestly,
inch.
okay. There are. Oh, fuck. I just spilled tequila on me.
Let me look
Why
it
don't you
up.
just text Davy Jones and be like, "Bro, can you throw up some of this shit that might be worth some money up to the shore?"
Davy Jones only has a burner phone for his prostitutes. We don't know the
Bet he
number.
does.
Yeah. You don't contact Davy Jones. Davy Jones contacts you.
When you are needed. So my first fun fact: this was before movies were screened in theaters, almost exclusively on digital. So all this was played on reels, and I've never heard this before. But Paramount, who is the distributor, had to send out replacement reels to theaters who had literally worn out their copies. There were so many showings of this, which is even more impressive because, as you're in for the long haul with us tonight, this movie has an approximate runtime of 114 hours.
That's a really long time.
I think he could still play that piano.
Yeah.
It's a player piano. How
Look.
creepy it would be if it was still playing.
Just give it a little spit shine. That's good to go.
It's a Casio keyboard. Just plug that shit in. You already have the built-in beats.
Were you guys ever see? I remember as a kid though, before this movie, Titanic was always one of those historical events that like I was fascinated with. I don't know, like that. I was actually really excited to see this movie because like
Honestly, of all the shipwrecks that like I hear stories about, this is pretty low on the totem pole for
really.
me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
would
after
much
the
rather a
Carnival-
pirate shipwreck.
After the Carnival cruise ship of like 2011, I mean, this is kind of baby shit.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about that on the Carnival cruise where the lady like her head got stuck in the elevator and she got decapitated?
Oh no, did not hear that.
Yeah, she like her head, like her hair or her head or something got stuck in the door, and it raised up and it literally decapitated her. And then there was like blood running down the doors for like 4 or 5 like levels of the boat.
That's
Yeah,
I still think this is the biggest movie ever in theaters, period. Because nowadays, with Thursday openings. Like, it opens on Friday, but you can see it Thursday at like fucking lunch if you want to. And how high ticket prices are and how many showtimes there are, that if this would to come out today, it would break every single box office record.
Well,
I hate when movies break box office records.
Didn't it
but
like
this-
re-break a record a couple years ago?
It's also, if you take the inflation from 97 to now, it still is at least in the top 5, I think.
It has to be number 1. I wouldn't know what would be bigger. I mean, maybe a Star Wars
I
movie.
think Avatar beat it.
Avatar beat it.
What?
Yeah.
Jim Cameron, your boy.
Yeah. Your boy beat your boy because
he's not my boy. First off,
because it was the first 3D.
I'd rather have his wife before I'd rather have him, because his wife did Point Break.
I remember I saw this in theaters 3 weeks after it came out, and I mean everyone was going nuts. And I remember the theater we saw it at; it was still sold out. Like, it was legitimate at least 3 weeks, and I was just it was crazy.
I really thought we were all as kids, but apparently not, because I had no interest in seeing this when I was little at all.
I was going to say, why was there so much buzz about this? Do we remember, like, what specifically about this? Like, obviously it's a really significant historical event, but, like, why the fuck else were people so jazzed up?
I think it was like Star Wars in the 70s, wasn't it? The first time, I don't know if it's CGI or what, it was the first time some directing thing was used, wasn't it?
And I mean, Leo was getting in his prime.
Kate Winslet wasn't exactly a slouch at the time either, right?
No, not at all. I think it was like they are really that everyone always had an interest in the Titanic, but Leo in '97 and Kate Winslet.
James Cameron coming off Terminator, just getting so much pussy.
I think James Cameron is.
I think
sorry.
it was.
Well, he was James at the
time. I don't know if Leo was that huge yet.
Oh,
he was like a
getting.
He was getting there. I mean, he
did Gilbert Grape, right?
He did Gilbert Grape, Growing Pains. I think that was it, though.
My sister, and not me, definitely my sister, had posters of him all over her room before.
But just chick
Cycly, you
aren't
still have those hanging up in your living room.
It's in memoriam for my sister.
No, but they're still hanging
nipple,
up.
guys, nipple.
Hey,
drink,
drink, nipple, drink.
Look at all these guys, like, oh, we got something here. I'm like, what is it?
Like, I've never seen.
What's that thing on her chest? Dave, that's a boob. Oh, no, I knew that. I've seen a boob before. I knew what that was.
God, you know how much money that'd be worth? Jesus.
$7.
A tit?
A naked chick drawn on the Titanic? Why ain't this chick the lead?
I mean,
She's
I'm
way
pretty
hotter.
sure you can see a pair of tits down on 11th Street for like $7.
And, yo, Rose is clearly a hoarder. Like, there's so much shit in this apartment we don't need. Is Swayze behind her right now, helping her?
I think it just happens when you get older. You don't throw anything.
Have we
away.
confirmed that Rose actually did die on the Titanic and she's just not a walking ghost right now? Because she doesn't look too good.
That's an old woman.
Kick her while she's down, Geiger.
Oh, shit.
If she's alive in real life, like, that's what I want.
There's
Yeah,
no
if
way.
she's actually living, then her I'm guessing that's her granddaughter. Looks pretty
Look,
good,
I'd fuck
though.
her granddaughter.
Dude, one thing I miss is the corded phone, because you could really convey stress by, like, getting tangled up in it in the middle of a phone
And you
conversation.
can't hang up on people anymore.
Yeah.
Like, a nice angry slam of the phone. Now it's just like beep, and they don't know that.
Yeah, you can't. You have them going, hello, are you still there? Hello?
No way she can see this.
There's another nipple.
Guys,
Would they
guys,
show
I'm-
a nipple like that on the news?
It's art.
Right now, what we just saw in the news, Molotov cocktail of automatically banging a chick. 3 things. Number 1, Bill Paxton. Number 2, bleach blonde hair. Number 3, earring. It's over, my ma'am. I'm sorry. You're going home with him.
This is the ultimate 90s look that he's doing.
Yeah, but does he have the
huge
earring on the gay
sweater
side
and
or the
skinny
not gay
jeans,
side?
So yeah.
Which was the gay side?
I don't remember.
I was always nervous.
Right, the right side. The Ross Geller, like, sweater that's 2 sizes too big. I'll grow into it. Well, you're 30.
How did she find his phone number? Like, hey, operator, I need the ship that's looking at the Titanic right now. Okay.
Why did he just call Life Alert? It'd probably ring right to her. Hello? Hey, Rose, we saw a naked picture of you. Oh, yeah, okay. Can you, like, get up off the floor or have someone please help you? I need you over here.
No joke. Wouldn't, like, flying in a helicopter, wouldn't that give her... She brought her dog? What the fuck?
You're going to make your dog go on this trip with you? That's kind of cruel.
Man, she needs a dog. It's
Dogs get seasick. Everybody knows.
I didn't know.
that.
I didn't know Michael Moore was on this expedition.
No shit.
That's
He's out of his place. This is before craft beer was cool. He's not even. He's just a nerd.
Legit, I bet there's some guys on this boat that painting they just saw of Rose, first pair of tits they've ever seen.
You know, they took 5 minutes each to get to stand there by themselves.
I was gonna say, honestly, they're stuck in a fucking boat with a bunch of dudes. They hung that shit up in the bathroom and they're taking turns.
And by the way, you know semen doesn't like get off pictures even in the sea. It's like, I'm not sure that's correct at all. It's like, yeah, you're right. We fucking just 10 minutes ago.
He's like, who cut on the sign-up sheet? Because we have to have an order to who gets to use the photo. That's a Watchman shirt, guys. Watchman.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was saying. I thought it was Nirvana at first, but yeah, it's Watchmen.
See, full circle, superheroes.
Rose is here. I told her we'd have lunch, and then we talked about the pictures. Like, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's when she has lunch. So
it's a little late for her.
You guys joke. I was literally last week at a retirement city in Florida, and I went to a 2:00 showing. And it was sold out of old people. I'm not joking. People had oxygen tanks. It was 2:00 on a Wednesday, and it was basically sold out.
Where they're carrying her around with the dog, this is me when I have the flu and need a Sprite. Carry me into the fucking kitchen. I'll act like my hands don't work. Like, you need to put it in my hand.
She brought her goldfish, too?
She's just here to look at a photo. She brought her goldfish, her fucking oxygen tank, her dog. Like, God, you only have, like,
she's
a day more
to
live.
Guys, percent chance Bill Paxton didn't bang her granddaughter / caretaker. I'll
Negative
say 3%.
Negative 8.
No, they definitely banged.
Fucking, if Rose could just barely get out of the wheelchair and bend over, you might do her from the back. I mean, it's been a while.
He's like, you look pretty good in that picture, but I think you look better now.
So we'll talk about this throughout the commentary, but I want to bring this up right now. So she is like, I want to see my drawing. It's a good thing for her and Jack that Jack died, because there is no way, if they fucking made it to shore, this would have lasted more than an extra.
Absolutely not. No way.
Right?
Impossible. And we'll get into that more later when we see how much of a brat she is in this movie. But you can't tell me someone in the 1% is going to run off with a homeless guy and be happy about it 2 days in.
Right. Because we've all had that thing that we romanticize about me.
How old do you think she is right here? 80?
The character is 100.
Oh, she is?
Really?
The character is, yeah.
So that means that the actress is like 120.
I'm going to look this up. I need to know if that girl's still breathing.
She's not. There's no way. It was
I love
20
how
years ago. She's already got 2 feet in the grave.
She's dead. She was dead when they were filming. Like, no, there's no way she's alive.
This is like Weekend at Bernie's, man.
Oh shit! They just you can't see the strings on top of the ship that's used to move her fucking arms up and down.
That's Jim's job.
Oh man, she died at an age 100 7 years ago.
7 years ago, really? She saw the new millennium?
Yeah, she died in 2010.
I would have lost a bet on that.
Yeah, I definitely would have taken the under.
Pour one out for her.
I'll drink that.
Poured
Remember
out
when we used to watch movie commentaries and we'd see a hot chick, be like, wonder why she didn't make it in Hollywood. Now we just know. She just didn't watch the right person shower, apparently. Because this chick could have made it in Hollywood.
Yo, how does she remember this shit?
No shit. It's like, Grandma, you forgot who I was.
That's because she sits there and diddles herself to Leo DiCaprio every night for the last 80 years.
That's what I've been doing, and it's great.
What if she's picking shit up? Oh, this was mine. Guys, like, oh, that's my cell phone that I just bought. There's no way that was she. You're just 19. This is mine too. Okay, now you're just picking random shit up, saying it's yours.
Guys, it honestly takes us a little while to get on the boat.
She just shit herself.
It takes about 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's basically like waiting for Batman to appear in The Dark Knight Rises. It's basically the same amount of time.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
And this guy shows, like, I know what happened. I was on the fucking boat.
Everyone died. Look how cool this is.
He's like, but my shirt's tucked in, and I've never seen a woman naked in person, so listen to me talk.
Rose is like, how'd you do this? Like, well, this is this game called The Sims, and I just kind of made the boat. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
My dad doesn't fucking understand it, but now that I have your ear.
He's like,
Guys, I'll get into it later, but I have a theory very easily about how the people on the Titanic actually survived. And if you lost a relative in the sinking of the Titanic, I'm sorry, but also, like, it's the Broforce Squad.
I still think it didn't happen. It's a government conspiracy.
Can I say that the Titanic's not that
United
big a tragedy?
States or England?
Yeah, man. Jet fuel can't melt steel.
Tiger wants to say something controversial, though.
Can I say that the Titanic's not that fucking big a tragedy?
You can
and this
say
is why. Because there's a bunch of...
You're wrong.
No, I'm right. There's a bunch of soldiers and people that die every fucking day in the streets of Detroit and stuff, but a bunch of rich people go on a huge boat and they fucking die, and it's American fucking travesty, and we need to write movies and books about it.
Here's the thing. I agree in 1912.
Rich people die, I'm sorry.
This was a big deal in 1912 when it happened. But that was 1912. It's 2018 now.
You gotta look at it in the context. It was the biggest ship in the world that had some of the richest people. It wasn't just rich people, but it was a big deal.
It was a big deal back then. Now,
two things.
I mean, we've been to the moon. This isn't that cool.
They can both be tragedies, is number one. And number two, what are the soldiers doing in Detroit?
And I don't think I don't know what news you're listening
to. And the people like in Detroit that are living in the streets die too.
Oh, I thought you said soldiers are dying in Detroit.
They will show this here in a little bit, but to get on the Titanic, it actually costs a lot of money. That's why Jack had to gamble his way on.
It was cheap for someone like him.
He was just super poor.
Also, Rose has to leave here in a little bit because the Price is Right's on.
Well, Luby's...
I was just about to say, Luby's is about to close.
She's actually upset right now because she's not getting the early bird special. No.
Like, let's get her some bread pudding. It would have been
more awesome if Rose had Alzheimer's and didn't remember it. Whenever they brought her, it's like, God, this is huge. She doesn't even remember anything. She didn't even remember riding a helicopter.
She's like, yes, 84 years ago, I boarded the Titanic. I also need eggs, milk, and cat food.
I wish the whole movie again, she just kept picking stuff up. This was mine. It's like, that's my coffee mug that I just brought into the room. It says Buffalo Bills on it. Why would that have been yours in
Bills
1912?
Mafia.
So I need a walker, and you need to put tennis balls at the end of it, just so I can wheel around here. We don't have tennis balls here. We're on the ocean.
And let's just say this.
You might need to fucking send your helicopter out for some.
And hey, we love and respect our elders, but there is one thing that old people do. We'll do the same thing when we get there, but how many fucking times has she told this same fucking story?
According to her, at the end of this movie, she said she never told the story before.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why there's no fucking way, man.
Yeah, ask her granddaughter who had to fucking change her diaper fucking a day ago if she hasn't.
It's like she said, did she mean like in the last 5 minutes she's never told the story? So this is CGI, and Banner, I want your opinion, but that looks good as hell.
It definitely holds up. 100%.
That's why I think this movie is so big, is I think this was like a different kind of CGI. There's something to this that Cameron did a huge different directing style or something.
Does anybody have the budget for this off the top of their head?
No idea.
Over $100.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, I think you're probably right.
You're right, man. There's not only rich people got on the Titanic. Look at this fucking slob.
There was a lot of old people. I mean, a lot of poor people on there, though. Majority of people who died were poor. All the rich people got saved.
Fuck, this looks like L.A. Everyone's rich.
Yo, Banner, that's the professor from TGRI and Secret of the Ooze.
I was not paying attention, but I will take your word
for it.
He's in it.
He's a dick in this movie. It's great.
Guys, budget for this movie in 1997 was $200 million.
Wow.
Holy shit.
You know what it grossed at the box office?
$1.4 billion.
Way north of that. $2.187 billion.
And that's
inflation. Right?
Hey, who's uglier now, Billy Zane or Kate Winslet?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a loaded question.
What's happening on your guys' screen? I think my Blu-ray skipped.
Just some,
Billy Zane and Kate.
They're getting Rose's and Cal's they're walking towards the Titanic.
Yeah, they're
Like
telling
everyone's
Rose
taking
that.
photos.
Yeah,
Third
and
class
they're telling-
passengers queue for health inspection.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy's
That sounds
coming
good.
to do his beer. They're telling Rose that, hey, you can't have this hat on here, ma'am. The ship's only fucking 3 football fields long.
She's like, well,
at
how
the
will
end of the
people
day-
know that I'm pretentious as
Hold on a
fuck?
second. At the end of the day, her tits aren't hanging out, so it really doesn't matter yet.
Why is she wearing
Is
a
that-
tie?
Hey, Cycly and Banner, this chick, is she in Harry Potter in the green?
No.
This is Alice in Wonderland, isn't she?
Maybe that's it. No. Is she in Hook, maybe?
She's in Hook. Wait, I think she's in Hook. That makes sense.
I don't know, but guys, do you know my boy McConaughey was up for the role of Jack?
God damn it. We're going to do fun facts.
Banner, you don't throw that fact out like that.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, you got to, like, set it up.
Well, hey, he literally just came on the screen, so pretty good timing.
All right, let's do it. Fun fact, first fun fact of the Bro Force Squad, Titanic. Jack and Rose, who was up for him? For one, I don't know if you know this, but Matthew McConaughey was up
It's my
for
boy.
Jack Banner.
My
He'd be
boy.
like, yeah, man, the ship's sinking and we need to fucking leave.
All right.
We need to leave, man. The ship's sinking.
He lights a
And-
joint. It's like, what?
Rose was actually Gwyneth Paltrow.
I wouldn't mind seeing her tits.
I would love Gwyneth Paltrow was hotter than hell right now. Like, not like, well, I mean, she was good looking too, but I mean, like in the '90s. I mean, she was the
I
actress.
saw her tits in something.
Yeah, her tits are in something. I don't remember what though.
But I
If
have
you know
something
it,
else.
tweet at us.
I have something else to add to that. Whenever this was actually not confirmed totally, but it's basically believed to be true that it was McConaughey and Gwyneth Paltrow. But James Cameron said, "I will neither confirm nor deny. I just don't think it's cool to talk about actors that either chose not to do it, or were unavailable, or stupidly decided that there wasn't enough meat on the bone of the character." Do you think was that McConaughey?
It had to be
97?
McConaughey.
In '97.
Paltrow, I could definitely see in '97 saying
I
that, but there's no way.
But the other rumor was Paltrow like begged to be it.
Guys,
But
McConaughey's coming hot off of Angels in the Outfield off of this.
Yeah, we had
Texas-
I don't
3
understand.
lines of dialogue.
I feel like why is he even desirable? But I don't think he was that big yet. Like Leo was getting to be a phenomenon.
The other guy.
This is what put Leo over the edge.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh yeah. The other guy that was rumored that that actually read for it with Kate Winslet was I can't remember his name, but he was the gay dude that was really good looking from Clueless.
The gay dude.
Wasn't Chris O'Donnell up for the role also?
I didn't read that.
Could definitely have seen Chris O'Donnell right here. Hey, Banner, piggybacking on your fact about the budget, at $200 million, the movie cost more than the Titanic itself. The cost to construct the ship in 1910 to 1912 was 1.5 million euros, equivalent to $7.5 million at the time, and about $120 to $150 million in 1997 dollars. So even adjusted for inflation, this movie still costs more than the actual ship.
Yeah, this CGI is really holding up.
It's kicking my ass right now.
Dude, Jack like so excited he won tickets on the Titanic. That's basically like when we all got married and our wives are just like, it's gonna be awesome. We're just gonna have sex all the time. It's gonna be cool.
And then you
We're
get
gonna be
halfway
married.
through the trip and the iceberg.
and we
Yeah,
die.
we get halfway through
and
the
the
trip.
penis sinks. Wow.
Basically, you're just dead inside.
There's got to be. Have they opened up the bar yet on the ship? Like, all right, we left dock. Let's shots.
I know. I went on a cruise last summer, the summer before, with Nate Thurman, and we literally we were still docked at the port or whatever. Took 1 foot on the boat, and we already had a drink in our hand. It was
Yeah, that's-
Well,
awesome.
what else is
That's
there to do on
awesome.
a cruise ship?
I don't know.
This-
For 7 days, we just
So-
drank and played cards.
Sounds
I
about
love
right.
history, but I gotta ask. I didn't do much research on this. Where are they porting out of? Is it America?
There's 3 different
New
places.
New
they port.
York, right?
It's in
York?
England. Yeah. The last place they poured out of is in Ireland.
They just left.
Going to New York, right?
So
Cycling?
hold on, if
They're going to New York.
Yeah, they're going to New York. Yeah.
So is Jack American?
Yes.
So how did he get to Europe in the first
He
place?
explains it later, like after his parents died. He like kind of just moved around, and then went to Europe.
Because everyone knows, it's no secret that at the Bro Force Squad, Matt Geiger doesn't particularly care for anyone in the UK. But hey, it's just the way it is, you know.
God, Billy Zane, that vest definitely fucks.
Dude,
Look
he's
at that.
dapper as fuck. What a good guy.
I'd wear a vest like that for sure.
He's like, I'm mirroring a 4, but at least I have this vest.
Yeah, he could do better.
This makes no sense for him because I think he's rich. So you need a chick. If she's gonna be a bitch like this, at least she could be a fucking 10. Like, I mean, she's like.
Yep.
Not
He's
even
just
good looking.
walking around with like a bottle of Don Perignon in his
Like,
hand,
he's my-
just
he's
like
my
it's
shirt.
whatever.
He's me, dude. Like
He
he's
is
who
your
I
hero.
wanna be.
Did anything get more pussy in like the early 1900s than a pocket watch?
Dude, I want a pocket watch. Like,
Let's bring up everything in fashion is cyclical, man. If you can get ahead of the curve, you'll probably save a shit ton of money.
I'm just waiting for Jinko jeans to come back. Got my 19-inch jeans.
Dude,
Yeah,
Billy
no,
Zane-
I would
okay,
invest heavy in Inca right now.
Cycling, I'm switching because I'm a Leo guy through and through, but I'm starting to side with Billy Zane here. He's with Rose. She's a bitch, and he's with his mother-in-law.
Dude,
He just went on a cruise with his wife and his mother-in-law.
Yeah. And
Like,
and his fiance keeps running away with a homeless guy. I don't care that Leo's
Fiancé,
hot.
yeah.
He's still a homeless guy. A hot homeless guy.
Well, here's the thing
I'm
too.
not gonna.
Isn't
argue for
Leo like
Billy
half
Zane.
his age?
I don't know.
Banner again. A lot of this is CGI too. This looks great.
Yeah, I think one of the only movies that you could say 20 or 25 years later that holds up similar to this would be Jurassic Park.
No. But yeah.
I'm going to leave most of the pro-Cal argument to Cycly because he has made so many compelling points over the years that I feel like this is like a 3-hour filibuster where he finally gets to get this
I'm
off
just
his
waiting
chest.
on that.
He is our lawyer, yeah, but he's
If you
already
dis-
getting people to his side.
if
He already
you
got one
disagree-
juror to his side, so you might want to find out something I did in the past to kick me off the jury or something.
And guys, we know that you have strong opinions at home. If you're pro-Cal, or even if you're not, comment below. But if you're not, also go fuck yourself simultaneously.
This would be legit, and honestly, talk about iconic scenes in movie history. I mean, this is fucking.
Mate,
dude.
I think you could argue the King of the World scene maybe it's at least in contention for the most iconic scene in any movie ever. I would say.
and the line. It's up there with Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, 100%.
So I've never actually been on a cruise ship. Can you actually do this nowadays?
Not
No way.
at that spot, but you can do a similar thing higher up. The difference is that they have railings and like glass, so you can't jump off. I don't know if that's a thing, but
Can
like,
you jump off from other areas though?
I mean, oh yeah, you could for sure fall off the boat,
They just don't want you from front. 'cause
but
the
not
boat's
on the
gonna run you
not
over.
on the front.
If
you
you're
can't.
on a boat, you could definitely fall off. There's no way they could. You know, people are idiots, but I can see. I've never been on a cruise ship either, but I can see what you're talking about, Banner. They probably have something because some idiot wanted to do the Titanic scene, got drunk, and fell overboard.
Here's the thing,
They
guys,
have
in 7 days, well, really it was 4 days on the boat. Me and Nate Thurman each individually drank about 120 beers in about 4 days.
We need to do a Bro Force Squad cruise.
And I did not fall off the
Oh,
boat,
God.
so it's still
That's
hard.
smart.
Hornacek just came up with the best idea. Coming at you live from the middle of the Caribbean.
What's up?
Well,
It's
guys, we
Friday,
don't have
right?
to do a cruise ship because me and Geiger are just going to buy a pirate ship.
That is a fucking beard.
Dude, you would love the Tampa Bay pirate ship. They have a pirate ship.
I know. I've seen on TV. I really want to visit. I've never been, though.
Dude, they have a talking parrot, not a real parrot, but like insults
Hey,
people.
I think
walking
Leo's
That's
friend
awesome.
is Indian,
Legit.
so like the Aladdin casting people can chill out, right? I think he's Indian, isn't he?
But Disney didn't cast him in Aladdin, though. How would that help them?
How much ass do you think that guy got? He's like, hey, remember Leo's friend? Everyone's like, no, because everyone's just looking at Leo. It's like, well, that was him.
Fabrizio.
I was him. So
This CGI is fucking incredible, dude. And I'm not being sarcastic.
I'm kind of pissed. Why wouldn't they just build this ship? Because that'd be awesome.
I feel like there is actually, I mean, that might be a fun fact someone can look up, but like, I think they did build part of the ship.
Let's be honest with ourselves. None of us are going to look that up.
No.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Damn it.
Fuck you.
I remember reading about it in history, though. It said it's as big, it was as long as like 2.5 or 3 football fields.
Yeah.
Remember saying that?
But it would be tiny compared to.
Yeah, it's like one of the smallest cruise ships nowadays. Dude, I'm not even kidding. The cruise ship that we went on, like, I mean, it's
Kathy
like
Bates.
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
it's
Sorry.
like
Go ahead, Bader.
20 stories high. Like, there's like 20 levels, and it's probably 5 football fields long. I mean, there's everything on it. It's insane. There was an ice skating ring on our fucking boat.
Look at Billy Zane looking out for his mother-in-law. This guy's a good dude.
Like, seriously? They're like, oh, he doesn't want her smoking. Good for him.
He's actually really good looking in this movie.
Here's the thing, guys. You cannot defend that pinky ring.
I can defend it.
Defend it.
It looks
Banner,
great
he was the defensive coordinator for the Packers in Super Bowl I. He fucking gets to wear that.
Yeah, 7 years
If-
after this was...
If Banner and I were on this ship, we just keep thinking about how can we take this over, put up a pirate flag at the end of it, and then just captain this motherfucker and just destroy everything in the ocean.
I did
And
not
then we'd
get
probably
this as a kid.
throw up off the side and then just go to sleep.
All right, so I'm gonna human centipede 2 of our facts earlier. I'm gonna sew one of their mouths to the other one's asshole. Cycling brought up the woman who played the elderly Rose died in 2010 at the exact age of 100.
That is a fun fact.
At the time this was filmed, she was actually 86, and they had to use prosthetic makeup to make her look 100. And the actress Gloria Stewart, who played her, described it as a very unpleasant experience. You know what else was probably very unpleasant for her? Life at that age.
I
Good
want
for
to
her
know
live
how
that
much
long, but-
prosthetics was made to make her look 20 years older. Because there's no way it was probably very much.
Man, this is going to sound callous, but also people agree with me. Knowing that dogs died on this ship, to me, makes it much more depressing. I don't give a shit about people, really.
Did
Yeah,
the dogs
people-
die, or did they save the
Yeah,
dogs?
like
I think all the
80% of
dogs
people
died, man.
suck, so...
I'd have saved the dogs.
Yeah. Women and children after the dogs.
The dogs, then women,
And
then
this-
children, then Billy Zane.
And this has to be like the first chick they've seen.
Ever.
There is no way. This is as big as 3 fucking football fields and a ton of people. There's no way this chick is the hottest chick on the boat.
She's not.
No fucking way.
I actually heard
but
that
is she the sluttiest?
Oh, yeah.
The Central Florida Kappa Kappa Gammas are on the second deck. He should head
Yeah.
down there.
Well, that's the problem.
Bachelorette party.
Leo never went to the second deck where the fucking sorority chicks were. That's the problem. Because if he did that, he'd go back to Rose and be like, listen,
Dude, I
I think
could
you
go
and
for
Billy
some
Zane
prime
need to
rib.
try, work this out.
I had a
I mean,
fun
you're going to get
time with
married.
Ooh.
So
He's
this
like
is example number 1 here we're about to see of Rose being just a bitch. And not because she's a woman, because she's a bitch. Because here we go. Look how horrible her life is. She's in first class. She's so depressed.
Oh, you're with your mom
Oh,
and your
she's rich.
husband.
So
oh
she
my God.
decides she's had such a horrible life, and she goes to kill herself. Bitch doesn't have real
Yeah,
problems.
what the fuck? I actually forgot this is how they meet. First off, anyone out there listening, if the first time you meet a girl is when she's trying to kill herself, maybe don't
Fuck her.
try and start
Fuck
a
her.
long-term
Fuck
relationship.
her.
Fuck her. But
Yeah,
don't try and
stick your
maybe
dick in
start a
crazy.
long-term relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably what he was thinking.
Like, stick my dick
Dude,
in
wouldn't
some
that be
crazy
sick,
bulldog,
though,
it'll
man?
be
Just
fine.
smoking a cigarette, looking up there, that'd be awesome.
The only way that would make that better is if he had a bottle of rum next to him.
There's
does.
nothing worse than a rich chick that's just like, my life is terrible. I'm like, just go live on the street for a while. Her hair is hot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I'd
work.
take
I just don't get how, when we were kids, like, I remember my cousin was in high school, and she's like, this is the greatest love story I ever saw. I'm like, how? She's a complete bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
She
it changes.
doesn't
Oh,
appreciate anything.
she is
Billy
batshit
Zane's
fucking
actually
crazy.
really nice to her. Like, I don't get why it's so bad.
And it doesn't
like,
make
why...
Leo that much of a... He's a homeless dude. Of course he's wanting some strange that's a rich girl. Like, why wouldn't he want her? Like,
also, another reason to feel bad for Billy Zane. So, I don't know if they explain, Cycly, correct me if they do, like kind of how Rose and Cal met. Does they get into that at all?
Not at all, yeah.
But he's basically been used too. He's been cheated more than anybody. It feels like her mom set them up, and she's not even into him. He's like, I wonder every time we have sex, you just lie there because like
it's a win-win for her, here.
No, like
the water knows. Gone. Well, the water knows who her father is, so it's not going to kill him.
There was no father; it was midichlorians.
Yeah. God damn it!
Can we just not bring
also? Let's think about this. That is like the worst way to kill yourself. You'd freeze to death, right? That's like horrible.
No, the fall would hurt, but it wouldn't kill you, which would
definitely not.
That would be.
It puts you in just enough pain to really suffer
and not be able to. Yeah, it would be terrible.
From that distance, that's like jumping from probably like 12 feet up and hitting concrete.
Yeah, that's what they even said, right? What if this chick was Rosie O'Donnell? Leo's just like, dude, I would have jumped like fucking 4 hours ago. Like, you're hideous. Just jump.
But this is like what she wants. Like, okay, talk me out of it. He's like, God damn, I'm not drunk enough to do this. But
Shmee, don't stop me, Shmee.
Shmee, what's wrong? I almost killed myself, Shmee. Why do I pay you? I'll say this, Geiger, you'll appreciate this. We need to do a Princess Bride commentary because one of the best lines ever is in that movie when Robin Wright is trying to kill herself with a knife, and he goes, "It'd be a shame to stab through a perfectly good pair of breasts like that." Like if he just said like, "It'd be a damn shame to lose that cleavage," and I don't know why Jack had a British accent when I just did that, but just go with it. Is it Chippewa Falls? Go Packers.
Jack
from Minnesota,
to her
right?
accent.
He is. He's from
accents are hot.
Isn't that where Chippewa Falls is?
Wisconsin.
I don't know.
I thought it was Wisconsin. That's why I said go Packers, but I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Chippewa. Although Central Michigan University is the Chippewas, so now I feel way less confident. The Fighting Chris Kamens.
Yeah, I think I'm right on that.
By the way, that dress looks like something Selma Hayek could really pull off. Also, you know what else looks like something Selma Hayek could pull off? Anything.
Anything. The thing I constitute this to, though, is Jack being poor.
Wisconsin? It's Wisconsin.
You know, if you're from a small town in high school and you date the hottest chick and then you go to college, you're like, oh my god, like she's not really that hot at all, and you put up with a lot of her shit.
And you guys,
so maybe this is the
have
first time Jack
ring?
actually meets somebody.
Yeah, he's a small fish in a big sea, really.
Yeah.
It's tequila.
And Rose is the beneficiary of that because let's be honest, she's really outkicked her coverage with Jack.
Yes, look great in this scene though.
That's true.
They do, but this is them playing up. Like this is like if the mid-major hits like 65% of their threes. Like this is as well as they can play.
So are you guys telling me Kate Winslet isn't attractive to you guys in this film? Obviously, the scene she doesn't look good, but overall,
it's tough. It's the first boobs I ever saw, so I don't know if I can ever say like
I will say even when I was 8, I didn't think she was that attractive. But for me, I'm not really big on red-haired chicks unless you're like
hot.
Unless you're hot.
Hot. But the chick from X-Men,
Jean
the cartoon.
Grey. Yeah.
Jean Grey?
Well, no. Rogue.
Oh.
Thought Rogue was really hot.
Oh.
So you're telling me you like Rogue better than Kate Winslet here?
In the cartoon.
Yeah, not Anna Paquin, but cartoon
okay.
Rogue.
I thought you were talking
is
about
hot.
Anna Paquin. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck her. She's ugly. But I never thought she was attractive, even when I was a kid. Like, yeah, she has tits, and she's the first tits I've ever seen. But honestly, and girls listening at home, if you're still listening,
let's be honest, we don't have any girls.
Yeah, you don't think we're a bunch of fucking idiots. You could be a 10, but your fucking attitude could bring you down to an 8. And her attitude just, like, she's just a bitch.
But 8 is still better than a 6.
It's true.
And 6 is better than a 4.
Barely. By
But
about
if you're
2.
the other way and you're really fat and ugly, but you're really cool, like a 6 won't bring you up to an 8. I know it sucks, but hey, it's like I didn't make the fucking bar. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, like he's defending. He thought his girl was like attempted to get raped. Like I would defend his woman.
Especially, look, wearing a white bow tie on a white shirt, that takes some balls.
And he pulling.
And he is
pulling it off.
pulling it off.
And this right here, if you're any good-looking guy at all, you're just looking. You're like baggage. Okay, I'm gone.
Yeah, this is all like just makes me not want to.
I mean, the only thing that'd be worse if no one was here and she just had a kid with her. Like, that's your kid? Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, later.
I like this guy. Like I said, women and machinery don't mix. When did you say that? I said it that one time.
I don't know. I said it a couple times. I mean, it's kind of my thing.
And he wants to go back drinking.
That dude is me.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back to drinking then.
He's like, man, all right. And he tells him to tip him. Like, this guy is awesome.
I think a 20 should. How
20 would be
I was gonna
$100 at
say,
least.
$20 in 1912?
That's a shit ton.
That's
of
a
money.
fuck ton of money. Hell, I'd take $20 now.
Dude, that's one of my favorite lines. I just missed it. He literally goes, "Rose is displeased." I always say that to my wife. Robin is displeased.
If you would ask Billy Zane right now when this thing was shooting, who would have a bigger career, him or Leo, I guarantee you he'd be like, dude, I'm going to fucking shoot to the stars after this movie. that poor bald fat bastard. Like, there's no way. His career sucks.
Was Leo at least nominated for this film?
He was not. So this is a nerd in me.
No, because he didn't win shit till The Revenant.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I know he didn't win, but I didn't know if he was
He
nominated.
wasn't. This film was nominated for 14 Academy Awards. It won 11. The 3 in which it did not win: Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Makeup. I remember that from 1997. Suck it, bitches.
Yeah, that's weird to remember.
1997. Let's look this up. I know it won Best Picture.
Yeah, it won 11. It won all 11 but those 3.
See, kids, this was back in the day in the 90s when it was fun for the Oscars to actually give it to movies that we fucking seen. Like everyone's seen.
Yep.
Only time ever that a Best Picture Academy Award winner was produced, directed, written, and edited by the same person, James Cameron.
Jim or James? I'm confused.
Both of them. That's why he was able to
Banner.
All right.
Banner. 1997, Best Actor, Captain Barbossa. Jeffrey Rush for Shine. Never seen the movie, but Jeffrey Rush is fine by me.
Yeah,
That's, okay.
that's fine.
Anyway.
You just give me some more Jeffrey
Sorry
Rush,
to
and I'm okay
interrupt
with that.
really fast, but like again, point number 80 on why Billy Zane is awesome. Look what he just gave his fiancée.
You tried to kill yourself because you're rich and you can't take it, so here's a diamond fucking ruby necklace.
Well, like he clearly cares about her to give her like the most valuable diamond in the world.
No, Cal actually loves her. And I was taking a piss, so refresh me here. When he invites Jack to dinner, is it actually to thank him, or do they want to fucking make fun of him for being poor as
No,
hell?
to thank him, yeah. Well, look at
How
this. And
much
then he's like, I want to give you my heart and all this shit. Like, dude, I feel
She's
bad.
looking at him like she. No
See,
joke.
there
Is she
she
on
looks
meth?
absolutely terrible. Like Keira Knightley in Pirates, whenever she's kind of grungy looking, she still looks beautiful. There, it's just like, my God,
She hates him. He's
she
nothing
looks
but a good
terrible.
guy. God, she's pissing.
Who else
I
was
wonder
up
if
for this
she-
role other than
James
Gwyneth
Cameron.
Paltrow?
Huh?
I mean, it's the
Who else?
characters.
Who else was up for it other than Gwyneth
Right.
Paltrow?
Probably Satan, based on the way Kate Winslet's portraying it.
Who else? And apparently Kate Winslet, who denies it now, sent roses to James Cameron every week and said, "I'm your rose. Please pick me." Which, honestly, if anyone's ever dated a chick, like the good-looking chicks don't, do that. But the chunky ones, yeah, they'll beg. It's perfect. It's just, I don't know, man. They could have went so many different ways with her, and especially somebody that doesn't look like she's 48, when Leo looks like he's 14.
What is this outfit? Why does she look like she's warming up for the Western Conference All-Stars in the NBA?
And it looks
In
like it's like his.
2002.
his mother, like, telling him, just like, hey, just don't stay out too late.
How did she find him? Hey, I'm going to be hanging by this area at a certain time, so...
There's a Facebook group for the boat. It's like, post where you're going to be if you want to meet up. Misconnections.
Girl tried to kill herself, saved by cute guy. Come find me. There could be so many people.
Yeah, be a little more specific, please.
You think Kate was like, hey, you want to practice our, making love scenes? Like, oh, I'd love to, Kate, but I'm gonna fuck this model tonight. So
oh, that's cool. No, I'm hooking up with a hot guy too.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. It's cool. Well, we both got stuff to do, so we can't do it.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Like we're both slumped. Anyway, I'll be in Contagion in a few years. So, all right, bye.
They should have put a treadmill on the fucking boat.
And a tanning bed.
No shit.
Yeah, definitely a tanning bed.
Although there's this weird obsession, especially back then, like pale chicks were hotter to people. I don't really understand it.
Yeah, Jeff, in England, when it's cold, not in like... This was before Florida.
What?
Florida and California haven't happened yet.
Yeah, they're not places yet.
Yeah.
And the Earth is still flat at this point.
Haven't been discovered by Columbus.
This hasn't happened.
Talk to me when the Louisiana Purchase happens.
Yeah, the Earth is still flat as far as they know.
And she's being a jerk to Jack right now.
And look at her belt. Like, are you the Intercontinental Champion right now? What the fuck is that?
She wishes.
She's so mean. And then this part right here.
The Intercontinental Champion probably would have been like Goldust or Rocky Maivia, a.k.a. The Rock.
All right. See, essentially, this is my part of the ship. Oh, that's weird. Because a second ago, I thought you were saying how you didn't fit into this aristocratic life.
And then steal my artwork without asking.
Hey, I'm a 4. I get to do whatever I want.
Yeah. She's like a JV gymnast. She's like a JV gymnast. She's not good enough to be like on, like, tit, drink.
Jack has it right, man. If you draw tits, you get to see so many chicks naked just as a part of your profession.
Does it take away from the fact that you see so many tits?
No.
Wow, Jack, what's your secret? How'd you get a French girl to take her clothes off? Did you talk to her?
And she insults him for being poor right there, too. I just wish Cal and Jack ended up together. That would have been a happy ending.
I wish Billy Zane and Jack would have ended up together.
That's what I just said.
That's what I just said.
Oh, Cal, yeah, sorry. No, his name has to be Billy Zane. I don't know.
It's always Billy Zane.
It's Billy Zane.
Yo, she shaves that armpit. Well, now we can have a conversation. You know he fucked all these
pretty
girls,
hot.
too.
Of course he did.
She's hot even with the pit hair. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course, all of them are gonna fucking come out in like 15 years against him, though. That it wasn't consensual.
Especially if he made it out with the diamond and didn't die. They'd be like, "Oh, you're worth something now."
How does a homeless man go into, like, how do you sell that? Hey, look what I just happened to have.
Yeah.
Give me $100 million, please.
Wouldn't it be awesome at the very end, there's like an after credit scene in this movie and Jack shows up and he's like fucking 70 and Rose is like, why didn't you look me up? He's like, I did, look at you. I'm like, come on, I'm 70, I still can move.
Now, Geiger, is that
I got my whole
credit
life.
scene or a mid-credit scene?
I'm actually married to this nice 40-year-old.
Does Hey Now You're an All-Star play in the background during the end credit scene?
Yeah. do.
And then the gag reel comes up.
I would actually
Titanic.
love to see a gag reel to a movie like this.
This movie just doesn't look fun to film.
No.
If one of these chicks had a fruit basket in her hat, I'd like go up and be like, oh, okay, cool, I want a banana for breakfast.
Hey, what time's the Preakness? That's what I thought.
I totally forgot Kathy Bates was in this movie. That would have stumped me in trivia, for sure.
And she's awesome. By the way, another fun fact.
She's actually a great character.
Her character's a real person and was literally this badass. She was like really famous after the crash, after the scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like Kathy Bates in pretty much everything she's in.
Yeah, but no, it's like the unsinkable Molly Brown is what they called her after the actual crash.
Because she was in like 3 boats that sank or something, right?
I don't remember. Like, she just was a huge advocate and did all sorts of shit and like was this big badass.
Yeah, I think
I'd stop taking boats if they kept fucking sinking.
Okay.
Yeah. Why didn't
Maybe
you just take a
I'm
flight?
the problem.
maybe she should lose a little weight then.
Can't you see, like, going on your family vacation you saved up all year for, and you see her walk on, and you're like, fuck, we're all doomed.
Robin Williams' dad in Jumanji, dude with the mustache.
Yep. That's the captain of the boat, right?
I think so. Well, no, the white-haired guy is, I think. He's just some aristocrat.
$0.10 a piece, man. Bring in the big bucks.
Wow, fucking humble brag.
She, like, I understand her attraction to him too. Like, you know, like, oh, he's different than anything I ever knew. But it's not long-term attraction.
It's probably look. It's
fascination.
It's gonna be
Infatuation.
It's one of those things where he knows how to do stuff that she's never experienced before. So she wants to be done doggy in the ass while tugging on his balls.
No, she's
also,
that.
Yeah, Banner, that's like a slow Tuesday for her. How much of this though is also like, you know what? She's so fucking bored with her life. She's like, you know, it might be nice to see, maybe get a rise out of Cal here. Let me hook up with the guy from Growing Pains real quick and see how upset he gets. Also, this is so true. We can all attest to this. Let's please not share our stories so YouTube doesn't end our channel. But how many times has a chick said, "That's disgusting," and then you get to do the disgusting thing she was talking about?
Absolutely. I remember
Talk about a typical
time,
Tuesday.
They just feel better about it as long as they say it, so you know.
We're both on the same page. You know how you know this was a different era? Guy with suspenders about to get laid.
Always.
Yeah, so it was like 2013.
Wow, you did the impossible.
See, what they should have done with her characters, like, they had to have made Billy Zane a little more of a dick or something where she just wants to be a kid and have fun.
Right.
But she wasn't at all. She was just a fucking bitch the whole time.
Because when you watch it the first time, you want them to get together just because you love Leo so much. But as Cyclo says, when you watch it again, you're like, wow, she is just like an incessantly needy and ungrateful bitch.
Here's the thing, though.
You just think for 5
Look, I'm totally pro Billy Zane here, but if you're Leo, yeah, you want to get with her because you know that she's so unhappy for whatever reason, she's not going to tell you no for anything. She's down to do whatever you want.
However, though, if you're Leo, you're thinking, dude, I got, a week more on this ship. I can tap her 4 times, and once I get on land, I'll never see her again.
Oh, yeah, it's a win-win.
And even if he does get to see her, he thinks she's really rich. So, worst case scenario, he has money.
And she's like, she's not going to tell anyone because she's engaged. It's perfect.
Until she's coming home with you. Oh.
I love Kathy Bates is like his corner man here. She's like, all right, we're going to fucking go down there, and we're going to pop someone in the mouth. First person who looks at you wrong, just hit him in the face.
Send a message. Let people know who you are.
Banner, how many nights would we be on the Titanic until one night we went out there at 4 a.m. and took down the British flag and put up a pirate flag? It'd be like the first night.
Yeah, we wouldn't even make it to the night. It would be the afternoon.
Like, everyone would be on there. It's like, what are you guys doing? Nothing.
Yeah,
much.
they're like, look, you can board the ship at 1. We take off at 4. We'd have a pirate flag up. I'm going to say 4:15, 4:30 tops.
Is that a skull and crossbones flag? What? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Banner be like, that's weird, but it's also really fucking cool. We should keep it up.
Leo with the slicked back hair.
Pulling it off.
Okay, didn't we all do this like one day at school and went to school like this and people made fun of us? I'm like, I could never pull back this.
And then you never do it again.
Yeah, it'd be One of your friends would be like, "What the fuck are you doing? You look like an idiot." Like, what? What are you talking about? My mom made me do this school picture day.
And I had the same tuxedo on, too. I got fucking shoved in a locker over the weekend. It was not a fun experience.
Look, I'm going to say Leo's not pulling off the white bow tie on the white shirt.
He's pulling it off not as good as Cal.
No.
You're
Cal,
saying not at all. He's not.
I don't think he's pulling it off.
Cycling, callous cannot be the baseline we measure people on. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, that guy's a good player. He's not as good as Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's like saying Russell Westbrook in pulling off the fadeaway jumper like Jordan did. Like, come on. I mean, there's just some things you can't do.
I think he looks swell. Okay.
Once again,
well, that was one of the dumbest things you've ever said.
No, swell in 1912.
Swell is
a
very common term back then.
Pretty fucking good of a compliment in 1912.
Once again, the head turn chick. This doesn't work for me either. Like, especially when a couple years from now, Catch Me If You Can comes out, and the head turn chick was Jennifer Garner. This is like, I'm just like, what? Like, this is gonna turn your head? This makes no sense.
You think a chick's hand who's wearing a white glove up above her elbow in 1912 is the equivalent in 2018 of Instagram direct messaging someone saying send nudes? I feel like those two are on par with each other. It's like a shoot your shot, but this is obviously a little more classy because the white gloves.
Once again, if you're Billy Zane, I'd be pretty pissed that like he's having my fiance's arm.
But he doesn't give a shit because he's a trusting fiance. He's a good guy.
So I'm saying,
and at the end of the day, Billy Zane's like, look, if I play my cards right, I can hit mom and daughter tonight.
Not just that, but someone who's been on this podcast, unfortunately not tonight, yesterday told me that Billy Zane or Cal is controlling. That's proof right there.
Not until she fucks another guy.
That's proof right there. He's not controlling.
Who said that?
He's really controlling. He always wants to know where I am.
Brett.
It's like, is that because you fucked another guy last
Brett
week?
had a different name on here.
He's just
no,
controlling.
his name's just Brett.
Brett Berry.
Okay, I thought it was something else. Yeah, Mr.
I do not
Brett.
know your best friend's name. That makes no sense.
I thought you went by a different name on here. That's why I said that.
What does
mean,
that even mean?
Why would he not go by his real name on the podcast?
I mean, we all go by our real names. That's definitely true.
Jesus.
What's Brett's name? Brett?
You said Brett.
Way to kick down the fourth wall and piss on it.
What's more important in 1912? Size of your dick or size of your mustache?
Mustache for sure. What's more important in
on your dick.
What's more important in 2018? Size of your dick or size of your mustache?
Actually, it's the same.
Definitely your mustache.
How about size of each cowlick when you part your hair down the middle like fucking Billy Zane? How about that?
True. This guy in real life was like the third richest guy in the world, and he died on this thing.
All right, so the actor who plays him, my mom, when I was a kid, used to watch The Young and the Restless soap opera every day. He plays Victor on it. Has for like 20 years. He also
that's one of those facts that we could have lived without. Hornacek.
On the show How I Met Your Mother, he's also Robin Scherbatsky's dad for the first 4 seasons. Then he got in a fight with Carter Bays and Craig Thomas and was replaced.
Wait, is that really why he got in a fight with them?
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris destroyed him on Twitter too.
Like a fist fight?
He didn't like something in the script, and Neil Patrick Harris was like, "The guys who write a show are geniuses. You're not. Go home." Was like what MPH tweeted at him.
He's such a minor character.
I know. That's why it was so weird. Here's Cal, of course, picking up the tab because he's a fucking gentleman.
God damn, dude. I'm so Team Cal right now. It's insane.
Guys, is Cal and Alan Rickman the next 2 inductees in the Broforce Squad Hall of Fame? Because I think Cal needs to get in.
Cal deserves it for all the shit he goes through.
I don't know. Fucking a chick's wife on a boat and then probably thinking about never calling her again is pretty fucking bro too.
Dying instead of having to engage in a long-term relationship with her is pretty bro.
Yeah,
the Titanic.
Look, I think that goes to a Twitter poll.
I didn't know Lou Holtz was part of the wait staff. That's cool.
Look,
I don't. More list.
What is he, tongue-tied?
Look, boats don't always float, but they always get to their destination.
You're too clear to be Lou Holtz.
I know.
I understood what you were saying.
I know. I was too clear.
I love all these rich people are being like, "Oh, the game is game of luck." The poor guy's like, "Yeah, fuck you, man."
Dude, Cal's even throwing Dawson a fucking bone while Rose's mom is like perpetually on her period.
Think she's going through
love
menopause?
the scenes when eating. I mean, this scene pretty much reminds me of Batman Begins. Whenever Christian Bale's like, anyone that dresses like a bat clearly has issues. It looks exactly like that scene, the way it's filmed.
See that? Well, unclassy. He's just eating and talking. Cal's like, dude, this is sophisticated. Please don't.
Yeah, he's like, you do know that bread that you're eating is actually plastic, right? It's just for decoration.
Freeloading piece of shit.
Fucking Billy Zane. God damn it. Do you think he ever thought he wouldn't have hair?
No.
That'd be really
And
hard
Caroline-
if Cal wasn't watching. And
And it just fucking hit him right in the face.
Motherfuck!
Fuck, it's right. Hit me right in the fuck
He's got a black eye the rest of the movie.
His two boys run up and just start beating the shit out of Jack. That was a cheap shot at Cal, man. I was trying to give him a lighter. I don't know what the fuck you guys want from me. Are those churros?
No, I think it's a cannoli.
Honestly, I was pretty with
They should
Kathy
have
Bates.
casted us as Cal's friends. It should have just
Is that a
been, like,
problem, bro?
I think
Hey,
Rose,
you fucking dissing Cal? What's up?
yeah, he's like, what the fuck's your fucking deal?
He's like, why don't we go outside?
And
We're
Cal's
like
like,
the rich guys, but Banner has like on a fucking bandana with his shirt off at like a dinner party. He's like, "Where's your shirt?" He's like, "I didn't bring it. We're at sea." Like, what?
Banner-
What is that?
Banner has a Miller High Life like tall 14-ounce can. Like, we have champagne. He's like, I'm fucking good.
I'm fucking good. I have the champagne of beers. That's what I'm drinking.
Guys, you can't forget the eye patch either.
Was that supposed to be an insulting thing by
Yeah,
Cal?
now I
Makes him a
think
jerk?
Cal's being a little bit of an asshole, but also like you've been around my wife long enough. We let you down here.
How is it an asshole move? Like, he's being honest. He's an honest dude. He's like, hey, man, we're going to be talking politics and business. It probably would bore you. That's a fact. Why would you have a good conversation
Also,
with business
yo,
with a homeless guy?
Rose, be fucking cool when someone hands you a note.
No,
Jesus.
she is
Shit.
terrible at this. We find out she actually has never learned how to read, and she's like, shit.
Can
She's
someone
like, hey,
tell me
Mom,
what
what's
this
this say?
Cal, what's this say?
This is an iconic scene too.
Oh my god.
I feel like the clock should be more significant. That's a really small clock.
So every time I reference that this is a bottom deck of the Titanic podcast, this is what I'm talking about. This is our
Yeah.
this is our fucking party, and Collider's up at the top talking about politics and sniffing. each
Yeah,
other's
they're shit.
butts.
Yeah, they're sniffing each other's ass. We're down here getting drunk, dancing.
Banner
with
and
each
Geiger
other.
would be down here the whole time. At least Hornacek and I would be like, hey, let's go walk outside,
Yeah.
let's go swimming. You guys would be down here
Yeah.
the entire time.
Me and Geiger would have no
They would
idea
be
what
down
day it is.
Yeah.
There's no windows down here. We're just like, another pint for everybody.
Geiger'd be like, and then I went ding. Everybody would be like, yeah.
Yeah. We'd have our shirts off. We'd have our face painted. It'd be awesome.
Let's be honest. My pants might not even be on.
I was gonna say, anyone that came in with a shirt on, Banner would be like, oh, whoa, why is your fucking shirt?
That's one of the greatest things ever. When that guy falls down, he's like, I can't stand. I need another beer. I'm like, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but get him a beer.
Also,
here's the
typical
thing with
Tuesday.
Rose, right? The
It's crazy
reason
that they're playing the Cantina scene song right here.
What
What if they're just in every movie? Anytime there's
Also, there's a lot of like middle school kids that listen to us, and if you want to get laid, just like Jack did, the quickest way is just to have a small child with you.
Yeah.
Like,
If you ever just like Wedding Crashers, if you ever go to a wedding, always dance with the flower girl.
Mhm.
unless you're Harvey Weinstein.
It's a shoe-in. Well,
Yeah, if you're Harvey Weinstein, then just go fuck yourself.
Even
There's
then.
no one else to do. The reason Rose is enjoying this, like, oh my god, I'm having fun, we're just fucking letting our hair down, we're so is because at the end of the night she gets to go back up to the penthouse suite.
No
That's
shit.
why it's fun for her.
I want to see her reaction when they go back to his room, where it's like 8 by 8, and
Exactly.
there's 4 bunk beds in there.
No, I
Oh,
want to
yeah,
see
it's covered
this
in bed
4 months
bugs.
when Rose is like, I deserve more in my life, Jack. This is all you're giving me. I want vacations. I want to go out and have fun.
Guys, let's be honest, right? Let's lay it down. What does Rose bring to the table? And we just need to bring everything out so this isn't being callous or shallow. Looks, it's probably not in the plus column for you, okay?
Boobs.
Personality, Jack has to basically force out any type of sense of humor from her. There's nothing there.
She shows you her tits, man. That's all you got to know.
Okay,
Also,
so
Leo's got some fucking swag right now to be able to dance like that.
And with the pop collar too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks hot.
Yeah.
I think he's like confidently like one guy I can say no homo be like, that is a good looking dude.
Him and
Dude,
JT.
he is. Him and Brad Pitt.
I'd much rather fuck Leo than Kate Winslet.
And Clooney. Yeah, I would rather.
Yeah, guys, let's be honest. With Mrs. Banner,
ass for Leo than fuck Kate Winslet. Honestly, I really would.
with Mrs. Banner, Kate Winslet isn't even on the radar. Leo, he's on the radar.
You have
I'm not gay.
You can be the
I'm
straight
not
guy,
gay.
but for the hottest guy of your sex, like
Yeah.
you gotta be willing, bro.
I love whenever someone says I'm not gay, but they're gonna say something really gay.
I'm not
Like,
gay,
you know,
but I
it's
fuck
not giving
three
you enough
dicks.
more to
Well,
say.
no, when you hear my friend's reaction, it'll make sense. I'm not gay, but if I told my friends I fucked Kate Winslet, they'd be like, "Why?"
Yeah.
If I told my friends I fucked Leo, they'd be like, "Nice."
Dude, I would be like, I'm not even mad at you. That's incredible.
Yeah, and that's knowing that I'm not gay, so they wouldn't be like. So you would think they would ask the question like, "Oh, I didn't think you were gay. Why did you fuck Leonardo DiCaprio?" But they would actually take issue with me hooking up with Kate Winslet.
See, UK, this is why you lost the Revolutionary War, because you're a bunch of uptight fucking pussies, and we drink below deck and have a good time. That's why we killed you.
Exactly.
Took our land.
Although she's a witch. She's a witch!
We found a witch, may we burn her? Ow. No thanks.
Yeah,
You want to see something that will really hurt? Come here. Bend over.
Yeah.
Is it in? Okay. Here's the professor from TGRI. It appears they've adopted you as the surrogate mother.
Oh that's so great.
It's like, is the ooze down here?
Check out our TMNT2 movie commentary on our Bro 4 Squad page.
Boehner, as a scientist, you were actually fired from TGRI, right?
Look, I'm not allowed to talk about it.
He was asked politely to leave.
Yeah,
I left
it was mutual. It was mutual, but it's still in the courts, so I'm not allowed to talk
All
about
right,
it.
I'm gonna get on something here.
It was mutual if you just didn't want to go.
So this scene is supposed to be. There's like two major scenes that we're supposed to like just see the evil in Cal. Okay, so I was actually talking to my wife about this. You have a fiance, and she literally lies to you where she was, goes down away with the homeless guy, and dances and parties with him all night. How would you react? Would you throw over a table if you guys were sitting at it? And she said, probably. I don't think he's a bad guy for reacting in an angry way here.
No, that's fucked up.
Like, he flips over the table. Sure, is it a little
Zane likes
rash?
to dance.
Yeah, but...
He can dance. Billy Zane's like, I love to dance. I can dance too.
She's like,
Look at
you
my hair."
can't tell me that I can't go on a date with another guy.
Like, yeah, I get it. Wow. Dude, he doesn't hit her.
Here's the thing. I think that the table flopped a little.
It definitely didn't
did.
take much for that.
That table must be from like Europe or something,
Yeah.
because it definitely didn't stand tall. Whenever
The
you took
table
the
could definitely play on the 2003 Kings.
Yeah.
because-
And before anyone says, like, he
The
literally
bloody
says, you're my
Diva's
wife,
table.
you will honor me, you have to think of the context of the time. This is
In
1912.
1912,
Women don't even have
that-
the right to vote. Is it? I'm so, like, yes. Nowadays that wouldn't fly, Cal. But this is 1912. I give him.
The
an excuse.
20th Amendment is a
Hit her.
far cry from society.
How would it
Yeah,
wouldn't
I mean-
fly? He didn't hit her or anything. He just knocked over a table.
Basically, guys, let's call spade a spade. Basically, what Rose wants to do is whatever the fuck she wants and whoever the fuck she wants, and anyone who has a problem with it is the bad guy. She's
Guys-
the most selfish character in the entire movie.
Probably, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'd fuck her mom.
Wow.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
That's a pretty long limb.
You know, now that I've never really actually thought about it, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
of course,
that's what I'm saying.
Dude, her mom has a leg to stand on here. It's like, dude, like, he took me and you on a fucking cruise. I'm
And
the
their money
mother-in-law.
is
He's not
gone.
even supposed to like me.
The mom might as well throw herself at him and just see what sticks. She's like, let's put as much pussy in his face as we can, see what he goes for, okay? The mother-daughter threesome is one that's rarely been achieved in life.
I know. Fucking deleted scenes.
Fucking James. Who knew who was in the editing room? Was it James or Jim? We don't know.
I don't know. We don't know.
So,
It
there's
may
no
have
way
been
to
Mr.
know.
Cameron at that
I
point.
just want to picture like a Fight Club situation with James and Jim Cameron.
Dude, I hope that like the people on set, he was such a psycho that he'd be like, "Are we talking to James or Jim right now? Who the fuck is here?"
He has to switch out his name tag every 5 minutes to Jim and James,
When she
That's
said,
just to fuck with people.
when she says the money's gone, did they like invest in Bitcoin or did they have like their dad died? Like what happened? What money?
The father died and didn't tell them that he left them broke.
Do you think when Kate Winslet's like in the street, like 9-year-old kids are like meeting her, it's like, yeah, I was in Titanic. They're like, did you play like a whale in the ocean or like what's going on? Because she like doesn't look too good right now.
I think
I've
it's
been looking-
crazy.
I've been looking up pictures of her, and she's not the greatest.
Look, I would agree she's not the greatest, but she's all. They could have done way worse.
I think they did.
I just found another fun fact. This, according to IMDb, following her grueling experience on the film, which included a rigorous filming schedule, as well as experiencing many hardships and bruises, Kate Winslet said, quote, "You'd have to pay me an awful lot of money to work with James Cameron again," end quote.
So did he sexually
Apparently-
abuse her?
No,
Where the-
apparently-
Changes in Jim to spite her, so she'll have to work with him again.
But now IMDb has a little sense of humor because they say, apparently her request for a lot more money was granted because she has been confirmed to appear in James Cameron's Avatar sequel hitting theaters in 2020.
Because she has nothing else to do. That's the thing. It's like no one else will cast her.
Look at this mega church. Won't even let someone in because they're too poor.
This guy just wants the fucking ooze. Someone find it and he'll be on his way.
Christians are not just about money, so this makes no sense.
No, definitely not. Joel Osteen is actually leading.
Apparently, they think you're the surrogate mother. Wouldn't that be awesome if that was his only line through this whole movie, and no one
Leo's
knew what
like-
the fuck was going on except for us?
Leo's like, that has nothing to do with anything.
What are you
Apparently, they
talking
think
about?
you're this.
Surrogate mother.
Dude, I'm on TGRI's side right here. Like, all right, you saved her. We took you to dinner. Like, what do you fucking want, man?
Yeah, no, right. You're like overstaying your welcome, man. Like, and they're
And
not
I'm
acting
also
any different
on
than
Cal's
anyone.
side too, where he's like, dude, I got the power to do this. Keep this dude away from my fiance. Because for some reason I want to stay with her. I don't get that. Maybe he's just faithful.
And also,
But-
it's bordering stalking.
Well, at this point, she hasn't. I mean, okay, she's flirted with him, kind of went on a date with him. She hasn't fucked him yet.
No, she can friend zone him really quickly. Oh,
Yeah.
But Cal probably thinks he did.
What did Jack actually want to talk to her about, or is he just saying that to see her
he
again?
just wants to see her again. Yeah. Because right now he's like, this is my chance to get money. And look at him, he's a thief. Disgusting.
As a guy, though, I mean, we've all dated that girl, whatever. We probably know she's crazy, but it's like, no. Once she's with me, I think it's because she's crazy with that guy. And then once you're with her for a couple months, you're like,
You're like, no, it wasn't the guy.
Yep, I should have done this.
You just want to find that guy and become their friend.
That's why I feel sorry for women as they watch this movie and they're like, oh my god, this is a great love story. This is what I deserve. But actually, in truth, when Jack is with her for a couple months, it's like she's just kind of a needy rich bitch. I kind of want to just fuck someone else
He
now.
can only satisfy
Well,
her
yeah. Here's
so
the thing. Here's the thing. The money's gone, so she's gonna be poor. She's used to a certain lifestyle at this point. He
But
can't
when-
give her that lifestyle.
When you're as good looking as Leo DiCaprio, you could be with a chick just as high maintenance as her that looks like Sofia Vergara. So what are you doing?
Dude, this is pissing me off.
Why is no one getting
Like,
swollen in the
said,
gym?
No kidding.
We can't get over it. I don't think we can ever get over it.
Why is there a
Cycling texted
saddle
me
in the
other
gym?
night. Cycling texted me the other night. He's like, "Yo, the wife and I just watched this, and Rose is an insufferable bitch." I was like, "I haven't seen it in a while, but that makes sense now that I'm like revisiting it in my head. We're reliving this, and this is horrible. Like, it's a great movie. It's iconic. Don't get me wrong, but like, how did I ever sympathize with Rose?
It doesn't take away how entertaining or great this movie is, because it still is, and it totally holds up. You just don't side with them anymore. They're not sympathetic characters.
Guys, I really want to know why there's a saddle in the gym.
There's got to be horses. Well, there's cars on the fucking boats. There's got to be horses.
What if there's like one guy working out in there, and he's like he's like, "Excuse me, guys, could you keep it down?"
It's like doing Pilates. It's like, guys,
There's a guy in there.
This is my time.
There's a dance instructor chaining the Charlotte Hornets cheerleaders. It's like, why is this happening on the boat? It's like, why isn't it?
What if Rose was more like a Jasmine from Aladdin? Someone that was born into royalty, but she is kind of a down-to-earth character, you know, wanting to live out on the streets and stuff like that. I think she'd be more sympathetic then, and she'd be better.
Irrelevant. I would fuck Jasmine before I fuck Kate Winslet.
No, but I think you give a good point. Like, if she was written like that,
written like it. I don't disagree the way Kate Winslet played it. I disagree the way it was written.
Exactly. This is like any of the prequel movies. Like, it's not Ewan McGregor's fault with how it was written.
So I'll say this. I don't think Rose is in love with Jack. She's in love with the concept of him not being Cal. Like, he could have basically been any other, like...
And he's hot.
Maybe...
Well, yeah, of course.
Maybe it's like a core workout. Maybe it's like it works out your core.
Are you talking about the fucking saddle still?
Are we doing D3 again, where he keeps going back to...
Or D2?
Yo, those cookies
on
look
campus
good
or
as
not?
fuck. By the way,
she's like, I'm
Rose,
conflicted. I'm confused. I'm a woman.
did she have her pajamas on?
And look, she's like, this is a sign she should go be with him. Look at that poor little rich girl over there being taught how to be proper manners.
Best to have posture. Oh my god.
I don't want to be this person.
I should cheat
That'd be
on
like
my
me. It's like, look at that father over there teaching his son how to hit a baseball. Do I want this life? Like, this is terrible.
That girl had to put a napkin on her lap? I should fuck a stranger. What?
A homeless stranger. They've only known each other for about 36 hours at this point.
Likely, he's not homeless. He lives where the wind takes him.
He lives in the moment.
When you know you fucking...
My parents live in Ohio.
I live in the moment.
God, that was one of the best lines ever on that show.
When you know, you know.
I have done this with my wife on a riverboat cruise in Chicago.
I mean, I don't think it's quite the same,
terrible.
but that's still cool.
That sounds like it's freezing.
Unless Vince Vaughn was hosting it, like in the breakup.
So technically, this isn't a one-night stand because they've known each other for 2 days now.
Yeah, but they haven't slept together yet.
So it's even better.
Wow, let's have that discussion right now. Actually, after this iconic scene, we'll have what's a one-night stand.
What's a one-night stand? Okay.
He could have just pushed her off right here easily.
Oops.
But can we say this might...
You would have been fulfilling her dream because she tried to kill herself when you fucking met her.
Yeah, if you want it so fucking bad, this might be the most iconic scene in cinema. I think you could make that argument.
I mean, if you're getting up.
For you.
Like, what's more iconic than this? There's stuff that's maybe tied, but...
In terms of a love story, this is...
Yeah, I mean, in terms of a love story, I agree. This is probably iconic. Now,
just like if you show someone this shot right here, every single person you show it to, I can definitely say if someone doesn't know what this is, we throw them into the pit of misery, and everyone will be like, "Yeah, for sure."
Yeah, of course. I think. What about lines? Think about this. This with "I am your father," "I'm king of the world," and then what? Casablanca, maybe. Three most
frankly,
iconic.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Box of chocolates, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 4 of your top 5.
Those are lines, but like this visual, dude, everybody knows what this is.
Make My Day from Dirty Harry. Gave gave you an offer you can't refuse from Godfather. But this one's right up there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a top 7, top 10 easily, but you can make an argument that it's a top 5 or even the top.
And considering Kate Winslet isn't hot, that's quite the accomplishment.
This is awesome too, because whenever you go on vacation, like a cruise vacation, you think this is what's going to happen, but what really happens is you just look at your wife like, I can't believe you forgot your fucking sunglasses, and you're going to make me pay for like $40 ones on the ship. You just fight about that for like a month.
$32 for these shitty sunglasses, and I'm going to have to...
That's what a vacation really is.
See, okay, so at this point, they've literally known each other for 36 hours, maybe, probably less.
He still hasn't fucked her.
And the Titanic's going to hit the iceberg in 6 hours. Like, how can you make a life decision to run away with a guy in that amount of time? I don't buy it.
No, I'm saying, it has nothing to do with Jack. It has everything to do with him not being Cal.
But if you're Bill Paxton right now, I'd be like, dude, I really don't give a shit who you fucked on the ship. Can you just tell me when the iceberg hit it? So, like, I'm just trying to do the scientific thing about it.
What if that was he interrupts her 5 minutes in? He's like, is this going to be a whole thing?
Is this a thing?
Yeah, is this going to be the thing for a while? Like, I don't give a shit who you fucked. Like, I just want to know when the iceberg
hit it. I was like, yes, it is. And he will sit there and he will listen to it. And he's like, God damn it, old people.
You know, it would have been funny if there was a guy in the theater, like when you saw this, who was legitimately like, holy shit, it sinks?
Spoiler alert.
But it's unsinkable. It's so big. It makes no sense.
That wouldn't shock me, though, because, I mean, well, unfortunately, the beginning of the movie does show it.
Underwater.
Right, they're literally on the wreck.
But I did literally once see the first Lord of the Rings, and at the end, this kid said to his dad, like, why didn't they destroy the ring? Why did it end there? And I was like, oh, I
had a friend after Batman vs Superman text me, "Oh my God, Wonder Woman's in this." I'm like, "Are you serious?" It was in like every single
trailer for the
poster,
movie,
trailer, everything. Fuck, Doomsday's in it. Like, yeah, I mean, you should know.
I love that line. I quote that all the time. Him
wearing only this.
French girls. You can make that into anything. Oh, here we go. I was 10 years old when I saw this movie, guys. 10 years old.
One of the favorite snaps I've ever received cycling was you sending me a picture of your corgi laying on your blanket saying, "Hey, like one of your French girls."
She was laying in her defense exactly like Rose lays.
She was. Her arm was out and she wanted it.
Look, she had this in her suitcase. Like, you know she was kinky. Like, no one just has that.
Yeah.
So where is Cal right now? Do we know? Is this like because this is in Jack's room?
Drinking brandy.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Jeff, stop. He's away. I love whenever she's like, "Yeah, draw me like one of your French girls," and Jack's just moving the furniture. Because whenever your wife's like, "Hey, let's have sex," but I want to kind of, get the bedroom made up, and you just fucking just throw the sheets all over the place. Like, yeah, it's fine. Let's go.
We'll do them in a second.
Yeah. Just like throw the couch over.
Guys, are these the first Broforce Squad tits?
No.
Roadhouse.
We did a sex scene. Yeah, Roadhouse.
Oh, Roadhouse. That's right.
Check out our Roadhouse movie commentary.
Here it comes, guys. Here it comes.
Here I come.
There it is.
They are.
First tits. Hey, let's drink to the first tits most of us ever saw.
Oh, she lifts her. So we had this on VHS.
Hell yeah.
And I just paused it frame by frame.
Yep.
At 10 years old, and before the internet was what it was now.
The tracking number was 1867. If you still have it on.
If you're on S.
I would go fast forward it like a couple minutes. So if anyone ever put it in the movie, it was not that scene. It was really obvious every time we watched Titanic.
I think it was like right at the end of the first VHS cassette.
This was a 2 VHS, right?
It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fun fact, but I think a lot of people know this. The hands drawing are actually James Cameron's or Jim Cameron's.
Yeah. They had a hand actor come in, and it was actually James Cameron, which is weird.
Well, Jim was the artist, Geiger. James was the director.
Now, is that Cameron with a K or with a C?
That's a whole other. Yeah, don't even put that fucking idea in his head that he can spell the last name differently.
What if it, when he's done drawing her, he's like, "Hey, what do you think?" And Rose is like, "I'm skinnier and my boobs are bigger." Like, yeah. Well, that's just how I see you.
So wait a minute. Did James Cameron
Doesn't even look
literally
like me.
draw Kate Winslet?
I think so, yeah.
That's weird.
So how long was she laying here naked? Like 11 hours?
Wait, those are some perky boobs.
They are.
It looks cold in there. I guess.
It's weird that she has no bush because back then there's no way she would have shaved.
If she was French, then yeah.
Yeah, picture it didn't happen, Geiger.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he would have needed a different crayon for the lower part.
Yeah,
The macaroni and cheese crayon won't do. This is art. Filming him, only his eyes.
With like a bead of sweat.
Cal could walk in any moment. Like, why does she have her own room? It makes no sense where they're even doing this.
They're not married. They've never had sex before.
Crow's feet. Good God. Actually, that's a good thing. We should draw our wives right now because when they look like that, there's just at least we have something to look back
My
on.
drawing would be a stick figure with boobs.
I was gonna say my drawing.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll be better than what they
I-
look
but I
like.
would- But I would act like I'm drawing the whole time just so she's still laying there naked.
It's
Do you
a
have
circle
a-
head with like the two hairs
playing
drawn
Hangman
out.
in the corner.
Why did it take you 31 minutes to draw this? Well, because, babe, I want it to be perfect,
Yeah.
like you.
And then she leaves it in his safe.
In
like,
his
what a
safe.
bitch move. That is so...
You're right, though, Cycle. Like, we're smooching now. Like, we're fucking in love. Is this for, like, leaving letter?
Yeah.
No,
Either that or it's a suicide note.
It just says, well, he reads it later. He's like, now you can keep me locked in your safe away forever or something. But, like, that's just rubbing in. Like, what has Cal done to deserve her literally taking her cheating on him and rubbing it in his face?
He's pulling Billy Zane. He's like, I believe that I can make monsters that could fight the Ninja Turtles.
Billy Zane survives the ship though because he's going to be in Tombstone in like a year.
Yeah, well, he saves the kid.
He actually does survive the ship.
He does because he saves a child. Because he's a good guy.
Because he got paid on the insurance policy. Right?
Well, he did. I'm just saying, like, in
Technically, you need a shirt that just says, I don't know his last name, but Cal, whoever was a good guy on the Titanic. You just need to wear it to the bar and see what people
Free
say.
Cal.
Free Cal.
Pro Cal Hockley, or like
The true hero of Titanic.
seriously though.
It's a real hero.
Wow, bougie as fuck. So, I have
Wasn't this, like,
lemon
his
but no
last
ginger
voyage
in my
too or something like that?
itchy.
Yeah, because he died.
Ding, ding, ding. Yep, you are right.
Sorry, I had to say that. You walked right into that.
I did.
I don't think it was supposed to be.
It wasn't. Okay.
They were gonna have him retire if he didn't play by what the corporate shit company wanted.
Maybe that's what it was.
Here's what I don't get: why doesn't he hide in a closet and she acts like she's in the room?
Because he's clearly not gay.
And say, I'm naked, don't come in here.
Like, just say it's you. That's it. Like,
How many fucking doors does her room have?
And why is he chasing Rose around?
Why does
Wait,
he have
so
a
they
gun
have-
in his jacket?
Cal asked him to find Rose
Oh, that's not good.
because he's such a jerk, wanting to know where his fiance
I
is.
saw her with Mr. Dawson
It appears she thinks Jack is her surrogate mother.
in the West
That makes no
Corridor.
fucking sense.
Look, she flips him off like an asshole. Like, what is that? He's doing a job, man. Like, it's not his fault. He's
He's
getting
doing
paid
a
for
pretty
something.
damn good job, too.
Oh, I'm sorry that he caught you cheating on your fucking fiance. Yeah, what a
Technically,
dickhead.
she hasn't cheated yet.
They kissed a
I was-
bunch.
They
Honestly,
made
though,
out twice.
Billy Zane needs to chill. They're
All right,
just
you're right.
friends.
They
I mean, is
They're
kissing
just
cheating?
friends.
Yes,
That's a debate.
it is. No, that
Banner,
definitely. Yep.
Banner, in 1912, letting someone paint you like one of their French girls is like anal. That's like way crossing the line.
He doesn't want to have sex anymore after what they just did.
He did.
Dude,
come,
that's
like,
pretty
4 times.
legit because that was before like fucking Snapchat when you get tit like
That
tip
was
pics.
Snapchat. That was her sending a nude.
That was getting a nude on your phone, pretty much, is what he just did. Fucking awesome.
This is us. This is where the Broforce Squad would be. Not even the bottom deck. We're like the basement deck.
No, that's not true. There's not enough alcohol down there for us to be down there.
Yeah, we couldn't keep the beer cold down here with all this hot coal.
Thank God we brought Cole back, guys.
Seriously.
Look how efficient they are.
Look how big their back muscles are. That's the key. You shovel that much, you're going to be so jacked. When beach season comes around, look the fuck out.
They don't even close the door.
Dude, you could do CrossFit down here.
They fuck in the car? Yeah, okay.
They make love, Geiger.
I'm sorry, yeah, they make love in the car.
Fucking
Now,
pig.
see, the more we get into this, the more Kate Winslet's like, look, we're not making love. You are fucking me. Doing it dirty style, in the butt while I'm grabbing your balls.
And see, that's why it wouldn't have lasted more than 4 weeks. It's all about sex, really. Because to Cycly's point, it's only been 36 hours. You fuck a chick in 36 hours, how can you tell me it's deeper than that? Look, they're role-playing now.
Oh, and of course, look, he's the servant and she's the rich girl in that.
Of course, yeah. It's
Hey,
fine.
Cycly, you're just trying to get laid on this ship before it docks. I'll be whoever you want. I'll be the fucking horse if you want.
What's the age difference between Winslet and DiCaprio here?
I don't know, not much, I don't think. They've
In
been
the
in a couple
movie
movies
or in
together.
real life?
Really?
Winslet's
In the-
42.
DiCaprio's 40-something.
He's 43. He's actually older.
So, okay, pay attention to this
He's
scene.
older than Kate Winslet?
Yeah, by 1 year.
You can tell in this scene that he's never done this, but she's done it multiple times. One, she's sucking his fingers. Two, he starts like trembling and he's like freaking out. She is the pro. Look at that. She knows what she wants.
And it's him.
And this proves that he just wants to get laid because he's a virgin,
He's
and
never
afterwards...
done it. Yeah.
This is the biggest difference between men and women. After a woman loses her V-card, she's like, oh my god, I want to marry that guy. After a guy loses his V-card, every chick that walks by, you just think about, wonder what she's like in bed.
Look,
That's
it's
pretty much what happened.
I'm going to steal this from that 70s show, but sex is like muffins. Once you have a muffin, you want another muffin.
But only the top.
But only the top.
Well, that's exclusive to muffins, but yes.
Blueberry muffins are delicious, but honestly, I would try a chocolate chip muffin too.
I would try a bran muffin. I like those. Those two guys, like in the perch, like looking for icebergs, guaranteed they're sharing a
What
flask.
position is that requires your hand up there?
It's
It's
got to be
called
doggy,
sex
right?
position.
I mean, I guess, but why would your hand be like... Just, you know...
You think
I
he
tried
blew it
reenacting
inside her?
Look, I'm just saying, being that sweaty having sex looks miserable.
I hate that.
It looks
Actually,
miserable.
there's some chicks that look better when they're sweaty. Kate Winslet's not one of them.
Yeah.
How
Get
come
it, you
James-
don't like Kate Winslet.
How come James Cameron didn't put up the 30 seconds later sign on the screen?
I bet this is just as good of a core workout as that saddle was.
I'm going to buy you a saddle.
This scene just isn't as sexy, knowing that James Cameron is an inch away from them, probably for 8 hours. Just like, yes, just put some more water on Kate Winslet's head, and like, yeah, just caress him a little bit. It's like, this isn't turning me on very much. It's like, no, it's fine. I'm not even here.
He's about to find the picture. Do you think he's like, oh man, hey, can I have a few minutes to myself?
Yeah. Okay. So why did she do this? Just
Because she's a jerk. Like, this is just to rub it in his face.
It's kind of fucked up. What do you mean keep us both locked in your safe? Who's the other person locked in her safe?
I think
Or his
the necklace,
safe.
I don't know. Like, he's
The necklace makes sense.
he's just like, I have been betrayed by my fiancé. I am hurt.
Sir, we believe they were in a car. We didn't find them, but he's like, we found a handprint. They had sexual intercourse.
Unprotected. How would you know that from the handprint?
No.
She doesn't. I don't know.
I just speculate. I've had it before myself.
What's the line in Road Trip? If I had to guess, I'd say someone was raped and murdered here last night. Just a hunch.
Just a feeling.
It's like the kid's parents. They're like, what?
I want
Just a feeling. He's like, calm down, Jesus.
He's like the photographer.
Be like, oh, wait,
About
really?
that.
You want to stay with me?
He's like, weird thing. I actually have a round trip ticket
This is awkward.
going back.
This is where Leo...
I forgot my cell phone in England.
Ah, damn it.
It's like,
You know, I think I
Rose,
left the stove on. Better go back.
Rose, I'm like super into my sign, and you're an Aquarius, and that's just not compatible with me. I found out today.
This is where Leo fucked it up for every guy in our generation, being 90s kids. Because anyone else, after that, he'd just be like, all right, well, I'm going to go fucking play Sega and probably not call you again. But this would never happen.
There's the true
All right,
villain
you
in
just
the movie.
leave.
That CGI is bad.
That was really bad.
I forgot that the boat sinks for literally like 2 hours of this movie.
Yeah, honestly, we should be at the end of the movie right now.
I love this movie. You know, I will say this. For a 3-hour-long movie, it does probably the best job of a 3-hour-long movie not feeling like a 3-hour-long movie.
It's been
No,
flying
it did.
by.
I was kind of surprised when Jeff said it was 3 hours. I really was. I thought it was like 2 hours.
It feels
2.5
smooth.
hours.
The whole movie feels smooth.
It's very smooth. It's very well directed. I mean, we've been shitting on Jim all day long, but
Do you see
Only
all
his
the
name.
signs? Look at all the signs on there. It's like slow, stop. Does one say we don't have a fucking shot? Like they should just put it on
Death.
that. It's like there's death. There's no fucking way we're making it off this boat alive.
Dude, how did they just now spot that iceberg? Like that makes
because
no
they were looking at Rose and Jack having sex.
So they're to blame for everyone dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Rose is just a good fiance, all those people live. Sorry.
It's fucking pathetic.
No excuse for you.
How intense? I mean, like, if you're a worker and you get that signal,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
shit's going down.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
for
How much
sure.
are you freaking out right now?
And like this is the unsinkable ship. Honest to God, how much do you actually believe that?
I think everyone knew it wasn't. I think that's actually,
It was a marketing ploy.
yeah.
And
Actually,
is it
actual
turning?
fact is if the Titanic hadn't shifted to the left,
They
if
would-
it had hit the iceberg straight on, it wouldn't have sunk. But they
Why
tried
is
turning
that?
away from
I've
it.
always heard that. But why is that?
Because it wouldn't have scraped a hole in the side of it, right? It would have just the front would have
Yeah,
punctured
and
the
the
iceberg.
watertight doors went to like 6 compartments, and like if the iceberg on the side like broke,
So it would have
through
been a
all
car. It would have just like kind of the front end would have just bent, and then it would have
Yeah.
went back. And
it'd just be a
would've-
big insurance claim, take pictures of it.
That would have been messy. So they're probably
Yeah.
just smart.
it wouldn't have been totaled for sure.
Yeah, like this just cuts a hole throughout the entire side, and it's like bye.
This is the cool part. Whenever they see the iceberg actually come on the ship.
Like you can see in that guy, that's a good actor, whoever he is, for not having a line.
Yeah.
He's
That's
like
good
freaking
facial
out.
acting. Oh, hey, there's Leo's friend again.
Fabrizio.
And so at this point, Geiger, you and me are still on the bottom deck,
We
just
still
like
don't even-
pounding beers, right?
I know it's a little early yet. We haven't started seeing the depths, but I was talking to my wife and I said, "Look, if this ever happened to us, I'm just getting plastered. I'm finding an entire bottle of
You have to get
water
hammered. You have to
and
get
just
absolutely.
saying, you know what? I'm not gonna feel
This
anything.
is the cool part right here, where you actually see that. That's pretty cool. You're just like, what the fuck?
That CGI is not that great either, Hornacek.
That's actually
I
the
don't like
aggro
that.
crag. Fun fact.
The
The
aggro
Legends of the Hidden Temple, yeah.
Yeah, it got a part of this film.
No, aggro crag was
It's credited.
Oh,
I
was
swear
Aggro
to God,
Crag Double
Aggro
Dare?
Crag.
do what?
Double Dare, right?
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't Double
It
Dare.
wasn't
It
Double
was-
Dare. It was
I thought it was the family who won did the Aggro Crag at the
It was
end.
the two. It was
No.
Guts.
yes, it was Guts. I'll look it up.
Who do you think? Like, how shitty would it be the first person to die? Like you don't even know what happened. Like all of a sudden, just like all this water just.
Plus, this water's cold as fuck.
Right. It's like
Now,
literally it's like
this would be the worst part of dying right here. Whenever the water just keeps rising, you're like, I don't have a fucking shot.
and it's 32 degrees, like 32.1 or something, right? Like it's barely not freezing.
Yeah, the aggro crag was on Nickelodeon Guts, hosted by Mike O'Malley.
Mike O'Malley.
You're not in the Gulf of Mexico. Like, this doesn't feel that well. This would be insane. You're just like, dude, we hit an iceberg.
Yeah, so did they just think like, oh, phew, got away with that, right?
One guy
So, being a knower of just the world, if the water's that cold and it's cold up there, why is Rose wearing a dress on like the main thing? Wouldn't she be freezing?
No, because she's sweating from having so much naked sex.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Thought hoes don't take a day off.
It's kind of like New Year's Eve. Even if it's 8 below, there's going to be chicks just dressed like total skanks, basically.
Then in Halloween.
The pie fies.
That and Halloween, that's true.
Always dressed like a slut on Halloween. It's kind of a law.
See,
actually.
Vader, this would be me and you dressed to the nines. You're like, why are you dressed like this? You're just drunk. So I'm like, I don't know. We thought it'd be funny.
That'd
to
be
dress up.
fun.
How shitty would that be to wake up to that?
Yeah, put your
That guy has
feet
socks
in there.
on, wet socks. God, wet cold socks.
I'm weird. I don't mind wet socks.
Ugh, go to
My
hell.
phone's ruined. If anyone cares, because I was charging it on my floor.
I don't even know what that means.
So water.
Oh, this is the dude that
yeah,
built
you just
the boat,
have to fucking
right?
Deal with it.
And he knows like we're fucked.
Yep. It's like shit.
I don't think anyone knows we're fucked right now, do they?
Well,
Those
the
rats
second
know
they
they're
do the
fucked.
math, yeah.
But most of the guys, the rich guys, I mean, they're not at the bottom like this. I don't think anyone really knows you're fucked yet.
Did his slippers have the Maserati logo on it?
It looks like it. That'd be awesome.
So you're just having fun. They're like, yeah, this is fun. We hit an iceberg, but it's okay.
Did I miss the fun? Apparently.
Because everyone still thinks it's unsinkable. Because that's what the news told them. This is before we learned that the news is all fake. Way before.
Everything is fake. I like how they're also, the crew is talking openly and out loud. Like,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Look at that. Look at what Rose's mom is wearing. That little kimono.
No.
You cannot tell me she doesn't have it going on.
I see her in a different light. Like,
You cannot tell me she's got it going on.
This is just cocky right here. Like they're going into the lion's den.
And again, is that a douche move by Cal? Sure. Again, it's also like perspective. And he's
This fourth
saving
quarter,
his
bro,
fiance.
you got to start throwing up some fucking Hail Marys. You're down.
He
touchdowns.
still cares. She's cheating on him, and he's still fighting for her.
You're down 2 touchdowns with no timeouts left.
He's like, smell his dick. Does it smell like her? I'm like, what? How would we know that?
If I was Cal and I told you guys, like, my wife was cheating on me with a homeless guy, and I, like, decided to, blackmail, like, not blackmail, like, sabotage him to make it look like he committed a crime, you guys would be like, okay, what do you need me to do?
Okay, so Leo slash Jack, fucked his wife. He put a necklace in his pocket. Cal's the bad guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
to frame him.
That makes sense. That makes
He's
total
protecting
fucking
his
sense.
fiancée wife here.
That's like, I murdered your family. You, mowed a line across my yard. I think you should go to jail for the mowing thing.
Oh, and he just
Yeah,
got caught for stealing the action
So if
jacket.
someone draws my wife naked, then fucks her in a car, but I steal $5 out of his wallet, I'm the dick.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Well,
okay,
when that's
got it.
the only
I'm caught
$5
up.
that he
I'm
has.
ready to watch the climax of the movie now. Cool.
And the worst part, or maybe the best part, to James Cameron's credit, is when you watch this in theaters, you're like, fuck Cal, right? Even our
What a
parents are like, Cal's
He's
a
not-
fucking asshole.
He's not Leo.
Every time
Yeah, how
I watch
much
it,
of-
I wonder if there's a chance this time it doesn't sink.
Yo, he should have done an alternate ending where it didn't. It would have fucked people up. Like, but no, this actually happened though.
But what if everyone on there just killed each other because like human stuff is like no one wanted to let people on the fucking rescue boats?
They were
That'd be
all on
awesome.
bath salts imagining that the ship was sinking, but really it was going just fine.
So
Everything
was this
going
the Titanic's
perfectly.
maiden voyage?
was.
Like it had never gone anywhere?
Yep.
Like not even from like a little place to a little place in Europe.
I mean, it was probably moved around Europe, sure. I mean, no, in England to like, get started.
So it wasn't
Test there.
So this wasn't the first time that it was like
It was the first time with commercial passengers. It was tested because you have to test the boat.
oh yeah, of course, testing is important.
Yeah.
Do you think Jack tested his dick before he put it in Kate Winslet?
Definitely
Winslet?
not. Definitely not. He was freaking
Banner.
out, man. He was trembling. He didn't know what he was doing.
Banner, as two pirates ourselves, we know Captain goes down with the ship. If this happened to us, we would just drink more, basically.
Look, let's be honest, Geiger. If this happened to us on this boat, we still to this point would not know that the boat is going down.
No, we would not even
We'd
care.
have no idea.
They would not be able to find us.
All right, so this
Cal's
is
like-
number
he's
one.
like, look-
why Cal supposedly is a bad guy. And I get it.
I mean,
not cool.
yeah,
Not cool.
can't
Can't
defend
hit
that.
women.
But again, think of the situation. He's been cheated on, lied to, over and over. Again, she's sleeping with a homeless
And
guy. And
your
it's
ruby
1912.
and your
The
ruby
only
was
thing
stolen.
I'm saying,
It's
I'm not.
1912.
You can't. 1912 is like sadly an excuse for a lot of
It
this.
is. It's like we look
But-
at George Washington and don't judge him by what we do today.
You can't hit her at all. You can't fucking do that. Can't say what he said. But also, if you're gonna say Cal's an asshole, like you can't just isolate that from everything else that happened. Like
It was an
it's not like
emotional moment.
he didn't wake up today and said, "You know what? I'm just gonna hit Rose. I just feel like I had my cornflakes and it's time to hit my
However,
fiance."
I think if our wives were on this pod right now, they would be like, well, I'm sure Cal was cheating on her too. I guarantee you they'd...
My wife
Right,
at least
legitimately
one of our
was
girls would
defending
say
Show me
Cal.
that scene.
At least one of our girls would say that. I
I
guarantee
converted
it.
my wife. She is a Cal supporter now.
Also, so the guy was like, the ship has like an hour, maybe two at the most, and I'm with Cycly. We're going straight to the bar. There's nothing to fucking
I
do.
could see Cycly drinking wine, smoking a fucking cigar, making his wife watch this. He's like, but I want you to see it through Cal's eyes this time. I'm like,
So you
what?
sympathize
No.
with me whenever I slap
What does that
you.
even mean?
He's not watching the screen. He's watching her.
Yeah, he's just staring at her the whole time.
Can you stop fucking?
Do you
Can
get
you?
it?
How would
now?
you feel if you were Cal in this situation?
She's like, why is your chair not facing the TV? He's like, I don't need to see the TV. I need to see you.
I think that's what's so hard about making movies now is this was a perfect movie when it came out, but now like we question everything as moviegoers now. And if you don't give us like an actual story that if you're like a cookie cutter perfect person, we actually almost hate you now in 2018. We don't side with you. Used to the good guy always wins. Now we almost side with evil or like, hey, why is this guy getting the short end of the stick?
Someone edit this part of the film to put and he's walking through knowing they're all about to die. Please edit that and put that on YouTube. That just needs to be a thing of like serious moments in films.
Yeah.
That song just plays.
So this is weird. So half the people know, half the people don't. Like, what's going on?
Just precautions.
No one technically, publicly, they don't know yet. Like everyone doesn't know.
Jabba's in the corner. He's like, oh God,
Jabba would be
sing
on the
you
nice.
will.
Yeah, this is one like, see, he's telling her and he's keeping it a secret.
Everyone's gonna die. It's like, what?
Except for the rich women. And
The real bro is in there riding that saddle, getting a good workout on.
No,
he's been in there the entire boat ride.
He's like, look, I got to get loose. I'm swimming to shore.
I'm getting my gains.
Terrible acting by Winslet right here.
Oh no. She's getting to like realize.
But
she-
this
what
is
about
always,
my dresses? I have like 18 of them. They'll probably sink.
Well, those are more important than lower deck lives. The question you always have to ask, though, so they had lifeboats, but not enough for everyone. Like, you either put 0 on, or you just put enough for everyone on the boat, right? Like, there's no in between, I don't think.
Yeah, but if we were both millionaires, we would be like okay with only rich people getting saved.
Well, yeah, if I'm rich, I'm obviously going to want to be saved.
This scene's awesome. He's like, dude, he's going to sink anyway. You really got to fucking, like, handcuff him to the fucking pole.
It comes back, the dude's, like, masturbating. And
I'm going to stand here with a gun because I believe you're his surrogate mother.
If you let me masturbate in front of you, I'll get you in a movie. What? You're not a producer. His name's Bride?
Sure it's not Brian?
Yeah, Bride Thompson. Well, you got a fucking problem with that?
Oh, I have no problem. I just wanted to confirm. All right.
What if the captain was like, hey, over like the PA announcer, hey, everybody, not a big deal. You guys are going to think it's crazy, but it's really fine. We hit an iceberg, and we're going down.
Super not panic moment
What if he says, excuse me, everyone, this is your Captain Bride speaking, and the ship is going down in 10 minutes. And we're all like, can you believe that?
Also,
yeah,
the buffet closes at 5.
Also, we want to say happy birthday, Julia, from Kappa Kappa Gamma.
Good news, bad news. So tomorrow's Sunday. The ship is going to sink, but we're going to open Chick-fil-A. So...
correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but
on Sunday, but the ship's going to be sunk, so it really won't matter.
Ryan, check your phone real quick. Holy shit! Oh my god! I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with the podcast, but I'm so rattled.
Glad we're just taking this off.
There's a guy in the background when the band starts playing. Play some from The Strangers.
We're not taking requests, sir.
Play Miley! Like, we're all dying. Yeah, I fucking play Miley! I give him $5.
I'll give you all the money in my wallet, because it won't even matter here in a second, because I'm going to be dead, just to fucking play my song. Just please do it.
He's like, can I put on my mixtape since we're all going to die anyway?
Holy shit, he got fat.
Not that little kid, but...
No, actually, that little kid did get fat. That's another fun fact. It's a fat fact.
So they're not letting people up because there's not enough room on the lifeboats? Is that why?
It's first class first, then second class, then them.
Here's a question, which pretty sure I've heard this somewhere at some point in history. From the moment that they hit the iceberg in the movie to the moment that the boat actually sinks in the movie, that's how long the real Titanic took to sink.
No, that's not true.
Okay. I think it's true.
The real Titanic took a little over, like 2 hours and 12 minutes to sink.
Maybe
so
is it the length of the movie? Is how long that it took to sink?
No,
there's something with the boat sinking in this movie that are correlated.
Were they able to make radio contact with anyone?
They were with a few boats.
With like this
one didn't answer.
Yeah, like the Maya, the Santa Maria, and the Mayflower.
Wait a minute.
Not Penny's boat for our Lost fans.
So did the closest one not answer?
Yeah,
like
the closest one didn't answer, and they could actually see them from their deck, but they didn't know what was going on because their radio was turned off, and they saw the fireworks, and they didn't know what it meant. The next
New Year's, bro.
People are fucking stupid. Then
the next one was like 4 hours away, and that was the next one that responded.
Like, what do you think we're shooting fireworks off for?
Why is the guy from TGRI playing like Russian roulette right now?
A rumor is, if you really want to get into history, a rumor is they changed their radio. They turned their radio off on purpose, not because they knew the Titanic had gotten hit, but because the Titanic was such a big ship, there were so much radio signals going out from them, and they were getting annoyed, and so they turned it off.
But still, the firework thing makes no sense. We're just gonna fucking shoot our flares off for like no reason.
Yep. They went to bed on that ship.
Well, they were actually hoping to lighten the load a little bit so the boat wouldn't sink.
Oh, that actually makes sense. That's something I would think. If I really wait a second. Wait a
what if
minute. We throw a bunch of things off
let's just start throwing shit off the balcony. That's something that Drunk Geiger and Drunk Banner would be doing. Hey, look, let's just start throwing some shit off the side of the boat.
But we'd do that even if the ship wasn't sinking.
Oh yeah, we weren't doing it to save
We're
anybody.
keeping it afloat.
We're just doing it because we think it's fun.
Yo, see, this is fucked up. Billy Zane's like, we're over. She's like, you bastard. It's like, what the fuck do you want from me?
Yeah.
You cheated on me, put a picture that another guy painted of you naked in my safe passive-aggressively, went down to fuck him. Now all of a sudden it's time to live, and now you're a first-class passenger of my fiancé again. And I'm like, we're done, and I'm the dickhead?
Goodbye, mother. And Cal still doesn't give up on her, even so.
But he's an asshole if he tries to get her to come with him now.
Isn't that such a woman thing to do? Just like I'm gonna leave. Like, but the fucking ship is sinking and I have a rescue boat. It's like, well, I'm mad at you. I'm like, okay, like what? I'm gonna leave you.
And then she's gonna be down with Jack. Like, I can't believe he's not texting me right now.
And this mom cares so much for her daughter. Rose, oh no, stop lowering. I'm not trying to get out though.
Don't stop lowering it.
No, on the right
still
side,
fuck her.
lower it down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, right
Because she
side's
goes
not as
down
hard.
with the shit.
Yeah.
Captain goes
She
down
also
the ship.
sucks dick.
So whenever we get the Bro Force Squad SS, like the captain goes down with the ship, and me and Banner will go down with the ship when we get drunk and
It's a
somehow
guarantee.
Yeah. Me and Geiger going down with the ship, not because we're captains, but because we're just too drunk to realize the ship is
Yeah.
going down.
Well, we played a fun game on like who could get handcuffed to something cooler, and then the ship goes down, and we're just kind of both fucked because we forgot where the key. And then once it's up to my eyeballs, I just kind of gargle. I'm like, shit is in my pocket the whole time.
What is it?
So it took 2 hours and 40 minutes for the Titanic.
Oh, maybe from the scene where they start showing Rose and the Titanic, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Maybe.
Because the first 30 minutes of the film is...
There's some sort
Maybe
of
that's
correlation.
that.
I don't know.
Are they gonna have sex again?
I mean, I would.
I would.
If you're going down...
If
go
I had a
down.
shot to have sex with Leo again, I would have sex with Leo again. Help yourself.
I mean, if they're not gonna have sex again, I'm probably just gonna leave the commentary and go to bed. It's kind of late.
Good night, man.
It's good seeing you. Okay, guys, if you worked for this ship and you were like an elevator guy and you know the ship was going down, would you continue to do your job, or you're like,
I
no?
wouldn't give a fuck. If some crazy fucking red-haired bitch was just like, take me down. It's like, go down if you want, but I'm fucking staying up here. This thing's fucking going down. You don't even understand.
It's like, I'll teach you how to operate the controls, but I'm not.
Oh, are you going to
fucking
complain to
So,
my manager?
If you flick the lever down, it goes down. If you flick it up, it goes up. That's pretty much all you need to know.
God, that'd be cool. He's like, I'm
No,
going
no,
back
no.
up. I want to live.
You
And
should.
she's like, no.
You should die too.
I went and got a beer. They haven't shown the scene whenever they trap all the poor people down, do they?
They showed it for briefly.
It
but
just
they-
started, like,
Okay, they haven't done the fucking thing. Okay. That's a really cool scene, too.
She's a lunatic if she thinks he would. He's not a fucking Uber driver. He doesn't have to hang out there.
Fucking Rose.
God, anything
Guys,
just to get
that
her.
water is cold as balls.
Yeah, that would suck. This whole experience wouldn't be pleasant, in my opinion.
So we all remember our first time. If I was chained to somewhere where a ship was going down, there's no way I'd think, wonder if the chick I had sex with first in my life would come and fucking let me out. Like, there's no way I would have that hope. Jack has to think, I'm going to die here, basically.
What's
There's
the
no one
female? What's the female equivalent of putting the pussy on a pedestal? Because that's what Rose is doing right now. She's like, I just wanted to talk. He's like, oh, let me drown. Let me drown.
Can you not kiss me? I need keys.
I don't
right
know
now.
why I just thought of this,
I don't
guys.
kiss-
This goes back to the beginning about what Leo had done, but he had just done Romeo and Juliet, too.
Really? I
That was
thought
before this. I thought it was
That was
after.
before
Was it?
this?
Wasn't it?
I thought it
that was
after.
in '98.
Maybe
but
I'm
I
wrong.
thought after this he did Romeo and Juliet and Man in the Iron
Man in the
Mask.
Iron Mask,
I
right?
remember Man in the Iron Mask being right after that, and The Beach.
I thought the beach was like 01, but I could be wrong on that too.
Maybe I have my. I might
Oh
be-
no,
I've
Cycling, you're
got
right.
some.
Romeo and Juliet was '96.
Wow. Okay, he was pretty big then.
Yeah.
That's an awkward movie.
It's a
The
movie
Beach was-
people either love or hate. I actually like that movie.
The Beach was
it's really
2000.
90s. It's really 90s.
The Beach was 2000. It's a lot later than I thought it was.
Yeah, and Man in the Iron Mask was right after this in '98.
That's
So that
right.
was a pretty solid 3 or 4 year stretch.
Who's
Well, then
Juliet?
Catch Me
in
If
that?
You Can was
Claire
was,
Danes.
02.
Yeah.
And then Gangs of New York was that after that?
02.
Such a good movie.
02,
And
right?
then Aviator
Yeah.
was 04.
He's fantastic in The Aviator. He should have won the
He
Oscar
should have
for
won the
that.
Oscar for that.
He's almost
I
too
will
fantastic.
tell you guys something. I've never all the way through seen Aviator or Gangs of New York.
Dude, Gangs of New York, you gotta watch.
And I love Leo. Everything he's in.
It's fantastic.
Except for those
Day-Lewis,
two
man.
movies.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
That was like the first time I ever like realized Daniel Day-Lewis was psychotically good at acting.
It's like scary good.
I like the camera.
Well, I like it though because you know how anal I am about movies. Like if it's about something I don't like, I won't like it.
It takes place in the United States, at least. It's a good start for you.
Yeah.
It's about Irish immigrants. Did you like Peaky Blinders at all?
No.
Okay, then you won't like Gangs of New York.
But I didn't like Peaky Blinders because it's so slow. It wasn't because of the overall. It was just really slow. Like,
Gangs of New York is like pretty much about that, but it leads to like one big fight.
okay. Aviator's just about him, what, in World War II or something?
No, he plays Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
It's like the guy like pretty much invented like aviation. He's like a Tony Stark type.
I think
I don't know
it's
if I like
crazy.
that
The
either.
movie's just
But he's
worth
like-
watching for his acting performance in that.
Yeah, this guy's.
I
a
think
nut
he was
job.
better in that
Fuck.
than The Revenant, even.
Oh yeah, that's funny. The Revenant, the movie
But
he won for.
that's the
did-
one he won, yeah.
I think
Catch me
audience
if
accepted
catch me
it.
if you
Why
can.
punch him, Rose? What a bitch!
There's no way that her right
He
hook
didn't
could
fucking
produce
listen
that
to
much
her.
blood.
He was a British guy, so they're not very.
Well, it's 1912 and she's a woman. I
Yeah,
mean,
the British
Superman-
guy just gets out his handkerchief. He's like, "Well, I've never," and he goes upstairs. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I do declare.
You
You don't
turn
ever
on the hose and just
Yeah,
start
I was
filling,
gonna
just start filling the everywhere
Making
the
it
water.
like faster.
You don't ever see axes anymore in those things. It's too bad. That'd really help us out.
Make America use axes again. Yeah, that
This
would
act-
be.
This,
I don't.
this is where me and Banner, we just crank up the fucking Biggie Smalls. Like, all right, biggest pool party in the world. Let's fucking do this thing till the thing sinks.
This is a pull.
I used to
go.
be a baller. I wish I was taller.
At least she doesn't have balls, because you know how much getting in cold water sucks.
Dude, it doesn't matter. She's got nipples. When your nipples hit too, that's rough.
The balls and the nipples are both hard.
Do you guys love anyone enough to go into 32-degree water?
The red hair in this like blue
It's a
aqua
trick
lighting
question.
is really hot to me. I don't know why.
Mrs. Banner doesn't listen to the pod, so I can say no,
Yeah, this is,
but I can't say no.
of course,
And
I
if
would
she does-
definitely 100% save my wife.
If
I mean,
she does, she's not listening 2 hours, 30 minutes into Titanic. She's been
I
gone
just
by
use
now.
it as
If
an
it
excuse.
if it's
Like,
just
sorry, babe.
if it's chest deep, I would go for sure.
But
if
you
you,
know
actually
it's
have
right.
a way, to
Honestly,
do it.
at this
she
point,
left a minute ago and it was at her ankles. Sorry.
honestly, the best
would
point.
Would you trust Would you trust Brooke Banner to swing an axe?
Fuck no.
Fucking
No, there's not a
knock
chance
off
in
her
hell.
hand.
See, my wife would actually hit my hand on purpose, though. Oops.
It's like, well, you can still get out. What?
I did
But
what I came here
But
to
how is
do.
that solving the problem?
I mean, yeah, you cut off my hand, so I got off the chains, but it's still not very fun.
So ungrateful.
I don't know. He's like, that's enough practice. I'm like, I don't know. Is it though?
Yeah, I think we need to go to 2-a-days.
This would hurt.
He's like, teach her how to. If you like my wife, I'm like, teach her how to golf. Like, yeah, okay, now hit a nice draw down the fairway, 200 yards.
Fun fact, this is actually real. He was handcuffed.
Close her eyes.
I wish he would just chop his fucking digit off. And he's like, you know what? Fuck you.
See, when you're in love, you can swing an axe. If they weren't actually in love, she would have chopped his fucking finger off.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real.
We must be in love, Jack. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Let's
I've
get
been on third dates, and she's like, "How do we know it's real?" I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna have to handcuff myself, and you're gonna have to take an axe, try and uncuff it."
What if they're swimming away? It's like, that's just so beautiful. They're like taking pictures,
What a
like
beautiful
putting up
sight. Selfie.
Yeah.
hashtag ship sink.
Thoughts and prayers going out to the people of Titanic.
Hashtag unsinkable, LOL.
But nowadays, if this happened, there'd be a tally of how many like black people, white people, Indians, and Jewish people survived, and someone would have a problem about how they did the rescue ship.
You mean how
sure.
only white people did survive?
Yeah, only white people probably. Yeah, let's be honest, only white people.
Well, it's because only white people are on the boat, right?
They show some ethnic people.
Billy
Leo's
Zane,
friend.
like,
I think they're actually white people with makeup on.
Billy Zane.
Yo, Banner. That was Mr. Fantastic. That was Eon Gruffle.
Yeah, it was.
See, look, Cal is still looking for her because he loves her.
I found her surrogate mother. That's all you fucking said. What does that mean?
He's like, yeah, I know, but he's like, sir, you have a white tie on and great hair. Just get in a boat. You'll
Why are
make
these
it.
people walking like no big deal.
Yeah, someone's just like, well, I left my keys down there. Is this guy fucking serious?
That'd be really funny though. After it sinks, there is a claim against them. Like, hey, yeah, we saw you broke a door, so we're gonna have you pay for that.
We're just gonna go ahead and charge your card on file.
And then my claim would be like, well, hey, yeah, you killed 1,100 people. Like, yeah, but that crown molding.
I mean, they got a life vest on. They're fine, right? They
Like,
can
so
just
you want
shore.
to pay for the door I broke that's on the bottom of the fucking Atlantic Ocean? Is that kind of what you're asking right now?
So they're in the Atlantic somewhere between London and like New York.
Yeah.
What month do you know?
April.
Would it be this cold?
Oh yeah, Northern Atlantic at this time.
It's their winter, yeah. So like they're 36 hours from like port.
Yeah, it's their April, Geiger.
So they're 36 hours from a New York April?
No, from England.
I don't think you realize how far north New York is.
So they left from the United States.
No, they're going to the US.
No, it's April.
Okay.
That's the month, not the
happening?
So they're closer to London than they are New York.
They're just
Yes.
very much in the very northern Atlantic.
Okay, I got you.
But they're closer to March than they
it's fucking April. We get
They're closer to March than they are May.
So how are they around Easter?
It's April 12th.
Well, it's closer to Good Friday.
Wow. Okay, that makes a huge difference then. Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, it's pretty damn far north, so that's where I'm looking at a picture, April 15th.
No, London's way up there. I mean, you're not floating around Africa.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
in
Jack,
the Atlantic.
remember me? I was from scene 1. Yeah, kinda.
I love how
Jack's
Jack's first thing is the boat's flooding. Oh, really, Jack? How the fuck did you come to that conclusion?
When'd you grow a mustache? I couldn't find my shaver.
That'd be funny if Jack's funny story. So me and Rose here distracted the guys who were on lookout.
He's like, hey, Pablo, this is Rose. I just came inside her. Listen, the boat's flooding. We need to get off.
What was that last thing?
How did you I said that the boat's flooding.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a weird way to
Vagina's
introduce.
flooding with Mike.
But also there's water.
What if Jack was trained down there? He's like, Rose, I'm glad to see you. He's like, Jack, I'm here to save you, and I'm late. He's like, just leave me here.
Definitely.
He's like,
There's
you know
your-
what? I actually
there's
don't
your
think that-
anthology
Actually,
sequel.
I think I'll just let the ocean take me and take my chances.
Like, you know what, Rose? This is God's plan, and also I don't even think that axe would break the handcuffs. So I'm gonna say you just go live your journey, babe. You know.
So I forgot, why would they let them out?
Because they had a policy of first class first, then second class, then third class.
But still, you could let them out, at least out, right?
Once they're out, there's no line system. It's whoever
Geiger,
gets the lifeboats.
You know how poor people are. You give them an inch, and now all of a sudden they want to also live too. You know, it's like. We can
Are you saying there won't be a nice single file line whenever fucking everyone's about to die?
I'll stay here.
Poor people be like, "Oh, we want to survive too." It's like, God, shut the fuck up.
See,
I think at some point there should be a nobody over 50 policy.
This is when you actually see how people are. You know how like Meryl Streep brings like a fucking African child to the Oscars? If she was on this ship, she'd be throwing the people overboard and just jumping on the fucking life raft.
This is where the guy with the sticks like, all right, who hasn't seen Shawshank Redemption? Okay, you die automatically. Like what?
Geiger, if this is
cable.
If this is us and we're on the boat and we see the dudes coming up here in a second that just keep playing music, we're like, oh shit! Like, can we request like Piano Man?
Play something we know.
Play something we know. I want something to sing to.
Play Who Let the Dogs Out.
Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Look how horrible song to play.
Do you know any Journey?
No,
Believing. Hold on to that feeling.
Just a small town girl. TGRI guy has to be going to Billy Zane. He's like, sir, I know you're waiting for her, but when can I leave? Like, I'm kind of...
Yeah.
And Mr. Fantastic is just beating people off with a stick.
Oh, well, look, when you're Mr. Fantastic, everybody wants that D. It's a twist off.
Dude, Billy Zane, like, is there a better actor name? That's better than Vin Diesel. Billy Zane?
Yeah,
That's such a great actor name.
You know, Geiger, we've talked about this a lot on this pod, but like, if you're Billy Zane's agent, especially after Titanic, fucking shame.
What are you doing?
Fucking shame on you, man.
Tombstone was before this. Tombstone's 94.
Yeah, Tombstone was before this.
The Phantom, I think, was before this too, actually, now that I think
But
about
Phantom
it.
wasn't a good movie. So
No, but like, no, I was saying about Phantom, though, like, if that's you, like, oh, I got him a big role after Titanic, I'm like, no, you
He didn't
didn't.
do shit after this.
That's what I'm saying. If it was after this, then, like, what the fuck? Either way, what the fuck are you doing? If Phantom was before this, then it's like, okay. But I'm saying, like, what the fuck did he do after this movie came out? And even if he's like, oh, Billy, I'm sorry, man, your typecast is the asshole. I'm like, dude, I can live off the asshole in Hollywood. You kidding me? There's one of those in every movie.
Guys, he was a voice actor in Pocahontas 2 after this.
Electric Boogaloo.
He's like, here's $60, which in 1912, yeah, you can fucking buy an NBA franchise. Now, get me on a lifeboat.
Oh, no. What just happened?
What'd you do, Banner?
Women and children only, guys. Now it's time to play the Did You Just Assume My Gender card.
I don't know.
Where
are you guys?
What's happening on your screen right now?
There's a guy with a flare thing. Okay. Now the TGRI professor.
Awesome.
Okay, good.
Banner did
something. Guys, we can't expect to watch a 3-hour movie and drunk Banner not to fuck something up.
This is the biggest point. This is how much Cal loves Rose. Right here. He has a chance to live and guarantee get on a boat right here. And he chooses not to find Rose. Look at that.
But TGRI guy is like, God damn it. He signs my checks.
Even TGRI guy is like, all right, this is where I go.
Sir, let's take this through. You're rich, and you can get another chick that, you know, would want to fuck you. You're fine.
This guy's been through enough. He's like, I just lost my son in Jumanji. I'm not.
What if Billy Zane actually like lived, and at the very end he re-meets Rose at the very end? He's like, "Hello, Rose."
By the way, this is true. The owner of the ship did do this. He got on a lifeboat, and he was crucified in the media when he docked in New York and survived. He actually went through severe depression. The ship. And was like, he regretted surviving because he was such a no one ever talked to him again. Like, he was left.
Pariah, basically.
Yeah, I guarantee you he's English. I guarantee you he's English. Guarantee you.
French?
Of course.
Because if you're a pirate, everyone knows that the captain goes down with the fucking ship. Everyone knows that. You just drink rum until the sea takes you. You go
okay, at this point...
also, being English and a pirate are not at all mutually exclusive. Like, I feel like a lot of the first pirates were English.
Look, and he puts his coat on her.
They weren't English. They tried to kill England.
Look at that. He is such a fucking good guy.
He's like,
Geiger.
here, take my Jaguar starter jacket. She's like, I can't.
Geiger, at this point, do you and me know that the boat is going down now?
Probably not.
It's like, what the fuck's everybody panicking?
We're probably hitting the midnight pizza.
We've heard murmurs. But we're just like, I don't understand why my Uber Eats in here yet. Like, that's what we are.
Yeah, we're definitely hitting the midnight pizza buffet, right?
Yeah. The Grub Boat. Instead of Grub Boat. Why isn't Grub Boat here yet? We ordered a pizza literally 2 hours ago.
It's like, well, I hate to leave the review before the food gets here, but this delivery time is so poor, I'm going to have to. Rose doesn't actually believe this, right? Or is she just like that fucking infatuated? She's like, oh, totally, this is going to work out.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be friends. I mean, they both fucked me, so
they're Eskimo brothers
that
now.
Common.
That'd be funny if she looks up and she just sees them like give a high
guys that have
five
fucked
to
the
each
same
other
chick
and like
use it
put their arms around each other. Like what happened? What did they say to each other?
But why would you want her? I just don't understand what Billy Zane's thinking
He's
right now.
He's a good guy, man. When he says I love you, he means it. Through and through, unconditional.
I really want to hear someone's argument against why Cal deserves to get fucked up. Like, what does he do?
He slaps her.
Well, that's the last order. In order of events, that's the last thing that happens. That's
He's
like
so
saying.
Mean.
That's like saying
her flourish.
That's like saying the allies are the assholes.
She just wants to have fun.
That's like saying the allies are the assholes because they invaded Normandy. It's like, well, yeah, that's like the 19th out of 21 series of events. First, Hitler tried to commit genocide, and then well, I don't know, man. I mean, you invaded a beach in France, so that's kind of fucked up.
We're equal here.
Yeah.
Let bygones be bygones.
See, this is, honestly, dude, Rose, not much going on upstairs.
Who in their right mind would jump off a lifeboat and get back onto his...
Guys...
Only Banner because he forgot his beer.
I gotta tell you, yeah. Banner's like,
oh, shit!
Fuck! I have a 6-pack in the fridge.
Where's my Miller Lite?
This is me after a college party where I brought my own booze and left it in their fridge. And I walked to my car, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna drink it!
Guys, I want to point out the real MVP in this movie. That jacket's pocket. That fucking ruby should have fallen out like 3 times
It's
by
heavy,
now.
Bro. It just stays down.
But Banner, honestly, if this was like a one-night stand with a chick and she jumped out of the boat, I would just jump in the boat from like 40 feet. It's like, if she doesn't want it, I'll fucking take it. I'll go to shore. This
is where Jack's like, shit, now that you jumped out of that lifeboat, shit's getting a little too serious.
This is where TGRR guys like, Billy, maybe it's over between you two. How would you think that? Like, I don't know. She fucking just... Like,
he's accepting death here. He just doesn't want her to drown and suffer. He just wants it to be a quick death.
Again, you could easily make the argument Cal's trying to help her out.
That's true. It's like...
I don't want you to suffer. Come back.
Honestly,
would you rather freeze to death or just have your fucking head blown?
No. Let's think about this, guys.
What's gonna happen the next 30 minutes that this light actually?
No, Billy Zane is actually doing DiCaprio a favor here.
Nature's doing it slowly. Cal's trying to do it quick.
Yeah,
just
guys. Cal is trying to kill Kate Winslet. He's trying to help Jack. He's like, look, this bitch is crazy. Dude, you can do better. You can do better.
Jack, right here. This is the textbook definition of putting the pussy on a pedestal.
Wrong with Cal.
In him are gotta be just like the ship is sinking around him. His fiance is cheating on him and leaving him. Like, poor guy. And he gives him one final good. I hope you enjoy your time together. That's sweet.
Cycly, the only thing wrong with Cal in this movie is that he's a fucking terrible shot. He could have at least nicked him.
He was running downstairs.
He had 8 fucking rounds of shots to do. Like,
with Kate Winslet's size, you'd think she'd be an easy target.
No shit.
He's mad. He's like, she took my fucking coat.
I got it at Burlington.
there's a coat factory around here? Hell no, because we're in the middle of the fucking Atlantic.
Jack's like, I know it's a little late, but I bet they're still serving dessert.
He's always like hungry because he's homeless. Like,
how the fuck does this kid end up down here?
You know, there's some 70-year-old in the room right now calling room service. It's like, I don't know why it's taking so long. I'm gonna give him a star and a half. I'm gonna do it. I know I'm on the Titanic, the greatest ship ever, but if they don't have my fucking room service in 20 minutes.
There's another person calling the front desk, doesn't even want to order food. They're like, look, I don't want to be that person, but my thermostat, it's not broken, but it's definitely not working properly.
Okay, honestly, I don't feel bad for this fucking kid right here, because he's probably just screaming and shit. His parents are like, let's go. He's like, I don't want to. He's like, fine, I'll just fucking leave you here. You can drown.
I love how the dad pushes Jack, like, yeah, now the ship is fucking sinking in the Atlantic. Now's the time to kidnap a child.
Like, where have you been the whole time?
Better now than like a time where you can get caught.
I would sarcastically clap, oh, fucking dad of the year decided to show up and save his kid.
To all the girls that have been outside somewhere and I would just, you're like, hey, we need to fucking leave. This is a bad part of town. You're like, I don't care. I want to have this conversation right now. Well, this be a lesson to you. Sometimes you just need to get on the fucking lifeboat. She could have been swimming to shore right now.
All the time?
Not
I
anymore.
mean, probably back then. Yeah. Different.
I mean, back then when like slavery was
in life,
a thing.
yes, there is. In life, there is.
People were property.
Guys, that looked like one of the funnest slip and slides I've ever seen.
I paid good money to do that.
Yeah, this looks kind of fun, honestly. Why'd they lock everything? Fuck!
It's the janitor. I'm just picturing Consuela from Family Guy here, like, no, I open tomorrow. Of course, this guy happens to be running through.
Just unlock it, dude.
Yeah, like, what is he... It's gonna save it a few extra seconds.
I would just give him the keys.
Yeah. At this point, like, what's it... Well, what if he needs the key later?
That's true.
Stop yelling at him. Like, he's trying.
It's fucking cold and he's trying.
That water is filling up fast.
It really is.
So Banner brought this up. So like basically the whole second half of this movie is the ship sinking. Do we think it needs to be this long for effect to like seal this, or is it just a little drawn out? Yeah.
I don't think it's drawn out.
I don't think it's drawn out either. That's me.
It's long, but I think it really drives the point home because the whole thing about the Titanic is it's sinking. So I mean,
I think to make a movie about a historical event that is a boat sinking, you have to put the emotion in these characters in there and show what they would have gone through if it were a real life event.
Yeah, if anything, they should. I mean, if they're going to cut anything, I think this film's great, but cut some of the early stuff.
Oh, if they're gonna cut anything, cut the fact that like, oh, we're searching for the diamond thing. Like literally, just make it the love story from when the Titanic left the dock.
I totally agree. You don't need any of the present.
You don't need any of the present day bullshit.
Yeah, but you get the whole like, oh, she accomplished all the things she promised she said she would.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but if you're gonna make a 3-hour movie an hour and a half, that's how you do it.
This is, like I said before, this is one of the few 3-hour-long movies, this and Lord of the Rings, that I feel just doesn't, the time doesn't bother me. Like, I never even think about it because I'm thoroughly enjoying my viewing experience.
Which I think is a huge... We always talk about a 2.5-hour movie that doesn't feel like 2.5 hours. Yep. Here's a 3-hour movie or a 3-hour plus movie that doesn't feel like 3 hours. It's a huge compliment to the movie.
I think one of the best compliments you could pay a movie. That's like telling the movie you have a big dick.
And then you watch those like hour-and-a-half movies and you're like, my God, when will it end? Yeah,
those are the worst.
See, right there, that's how Billy Zane's a dick. He sees a little kid crying.
No, he goes back and saves her.
I know, but
He saves a kid he doesn't even know.
But cycling, playing devil's advocate here, he doesn't really do it for the kid.
Okay, does it matter? He still saved the kid. Just because it helped save him too, is that a bad thing? It's a win-win situation.
But you can't act like he's some altruist because he grabbed a kid to get on a lifeboat.
I think that shows that he at least still helped. None of these other people are helping.
It's
He deserved to
opportunistic.
save his life. A lot of people would be like, "Oh shit, it's a kid. I have to take care of this kid." He's like, "I'll do it to save myself."
So this guy just got shot?
Did the workers...
I'm jealous.
In real life, did the workers actually kill people? Like that with the guns?
I think it was reported. They like this was like at the time, and why this was such a big deal too. This was like the largest governmental investigation, both in the UK and here, and like every survivor was interviewed, and they were all docked and put together, and like it was insane.
It was also like 3 days later that everybody found out the boat sank, right?
No, it was pretty.
Because I mean, we didn't have like Twitter.
Is there a little part of you though that I know the Carnival cruise ship is terrible and everything like that, but if you did, dude, you would get such a huge settlement, like such a huge fucking settlement. You could fucking be cruises for free the rest of your life.
I mean, look, that's fine with me. All right, Geiger.
Would you want to get on?
I need an update. So now we're hearing.
I would go on a Carnival cruise ship and shit over the dock for a week. Still better than work.
Even after you've experienced something like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Geiger, I need an update. All right. Ship is sinking. We're soaking wet because water is pouring in. We hear gunshots. Are we suspecting that something is wrong?
We say, all right, man, I just heard a gunshot. We need to go check it out. But then I bust out a new Ballast Point bottle. We finish it off. And then we finally go out and check, and everyone's screaming and going crazy.
We think it's a mosh pit, right?
Yeah, we think it's a party boat. It's a pirate boat.
You think everyone's jumping in the ocean like, woo! Crazy.
People are loving it.
But once we start realizing the water like hitting our fucking chest, we're probably thinking, dude, are we sinking?
The Guggenheim guy right here. This is the best. We're gonna go down as gentlemen, and I would like a brandy. It's like, yep, that guy fucks.
And I'll have 2.
There's no way he got that drink, though.
Yeah. Our kitchens are a little backed up.
Backed up or dead?
Well, he didn't want to be honest with him, but he pressed him, so he had to say dead.
That's like the top layer of the ship. It's just like fucking water. See, that's the true captain. He's like, dude, I'm going down with this motherfucker.
But it's like, dude, no one is drowning. You're either freezing to death or you're on a lifeboat. Like, it's not
You're
really...
gonna freeze to death.
Yeah.
Even if you have a life jacket like that, dude, you're gonna freeze to death.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody out here is drowning.
No.
This is really morbid, but like, if I could go watch one event live in history, like an event that like takes a couple hours, not like a drawn out thing, I think I would want to see the Titanic sink in person.
It would be impressive.
Back and watch JFK assassination.
It's a good one.
And I would chill by the grassy knoll and be like, there's 3 guys right here. And our government's like, no, there's not.
You can't talk to anybody. You just have to watch it.
I'm right here, though.
I'd watch Luke blow up the Death Star.
I don't think that... That's a long time ago in a galaxy.
I think I'd go back to when Jesus killed the first dinosaur.
That's just not fair. That's everywhere. You can see that all the time.
We all know the dinosaurs killed Jesus.
Yeah, that happened last week.
Here's where the guys...
got a real event that you'd pick if you could watch one event.
I love the one dude that saw the, like... Did you see the guy that was running behind with, like, the lifeguard floaty? Like, the circle floaties? Is like, this will save me. I'll just put this between my ass. He's, like, on a float trip, like, fucking... like a lake.
Band's getting together. There's a dude in the back, like, play Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. We're not going down to that, man. Sorry.
Be like, what's the Roar song that one chick plays with the tigers? I want that one.
It's a wasted drink.
I was gonna say this guy cannot let the scotch slide off his.
Yeah, Banner. This would be us. It's like it's daylight savings. This is pretty sad, right?
This guy's
This
like,
is really
you think
sad.
we can do anal just now if we can't come right now? This is the saddest one with the kids. God.
This is really sad. Like, this scene is really good here. It's just like, don't worry, we'll be fine. Like, it's just someone's going to save us.
Damn, Jim/James just really fucking hit me in the...
But why didn't she go up? It's women and children first. She probably could have got out.
She's third class.
They couldn't. They had the doors locked.
Wow.
I'm like, I can't imagine a worse way to go, honestly.
Yeah, freezing and drowning.
The only thing worse would be dying in a WNBA game.
No, the only thing worse is living at a WNBA game.
Drowning is the worst way to go, for sure. Because it takes for
drowning or burning to death.
Yeah, drowning. I think burning, probably.
But I heard burning like kills your nerves off pretty quick.
Yeah. I think
Who told you that?
My buddy got burned.
I love when people say that shit. I heard dying this way is not that bad. Oh, did someone like tell you that in detail?
In the moment, they're like, "Hey, this is fine. This is great."
You know, I died by burning. Not that bad.
It's like some dude in the military. He's like, yeah, dude, I killed this Arab. I was like, you said it wasn't that bad. I burned him to death. He's like, yeah, this is bad. Like, I request this for all my brothers. Actually.
Billy Zane, like, keeps picking up that kid when it's convenient and then fucking handing her back off to someone when no one's looking.
He's like, he's like the Meryl Streep of the ship.
Dude, Fabrizio gets fucked here.
Dude, how was one of the lifeboats not even turned the right way up? We got Mr. Peanut here.
Yeah, he got it. Look, he got his brandy. That's Guggenheim, like the Guggenheim.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Drinking his brandy.
He dies in this?
Yep. There were a lot of famous people on this shit.
What if this happened today and like
Bill Gates and LeBron James are on.
Like LeBron and Bill Gates was on this. Oprah? God, America would mourn.
Oh, man. This is where shit just is hitting the fan.
Banner, this is when we'd realize, like, dude, something's fucking wrong.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, so now we realize something's wrong. Would it sober us up at all?
I hope not.
Maybe we should switch to liquor.
This is when me and Banner get our surfboards and be like, okay, it's time. Let's do some fucking waves.
I'd almost feel like being drunk in this situation would actually be beneficial to me.
It would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I would actually
100%.
not react as crazy as I would sober.
I'd be like, guys, let's just be logical about this.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
This is what they're showing in the whatever thing way before, is that all the people went up here and all the weight went up, and then that's when it split in half, right?
I would just say if everyone comes to this side, the boat's going to continue to float.
We'll even it out.
I shouldn't have thrown those things out the boat earlier.
You said there was a ship that can see them? Like, at this point, they have to realize, oh, something looks fucking wrong over there.
Well, the ship over there is just like, we should go save them, and the captain's like, no, I just posted a picture 2 days ago of me and my wife, and they didn't like it, so...
But they commented, so I know they saw it. That's what really upsets me.
They didn't even retweet it either. I don't get it either.
It's just disrespect. That kind of disrespect can't be rewarded. Are these guys trying to get inside, or are they just getting sucked in?
They're getting sucked in.
Okay, because it looks like they're swimming towards it.
I think it's just getting pulled. That'd be funny if they're trying. They're like, oh, awesome. Shortcut to the buffet.
Shortcut
I heard
to
there's
the
still
pizza
brandy
buffet.
in there. I cannot believe
Luigi's on the boat. Where's
I
Mario?
still can't believe Rose jumped back on this fucking ship like 3
I guarantee you, she's second guessing it now. Guarantee you. She's like, what if Jackie
imagine you would
blows
get
me?
split in half by one of those wires.
Oh, for sure.
Bye, Fabrizio.
Hi.
Oh, fuck.
Fine. Walk it off. Walk it off.
Shoot him up. Let's go. It's the playoffs.
Jack doesn't even know or care. He's like, who? The guy you came here with. Well,
Oh, shit. Yeah, him? Fuck, man.
He's like, I won him in a poker match. Sorry.
He owes me $10.
Should I drink another beer? Do we have enough time left in this? How much time?
This looks like Black Friday.
There's always enough time.
Yeah, you're at home, aren't you? Drink another beer. What's going to happen to you?
Oh, it's Victor from Young and the Restless.
Oh, Vicky Vic.
This looks like me when I haven't masturbated in 3 days.
Only 3?
Are those all like sperm
12
dying
hours.
afterwards?
See, I wonder how they did this scene though. Like all of this. Like this is really cool.
This is like the scene that when they show like how visually revolutionary this movie was when it like rises up and splits. That's like the one they always.
Or that one right there where the guy just fell to the fucking ocean. Like that was pretty cool too.
No, Banner and Geiger. This is when you know shit really hit the fan when they lose power. You're like, whoa, music stopped.
I'm like
what
hitting my Bose speaker. Like this makes no sense. The Bluetooth light's on.
Like I just charged this thing last night. What the fuck happened?
We going acoustic here, guys?
This is great for their quads, this walk up the boat.
This is a pretty
this
good
CGI
workout,
is holding
actually,
up
actually.
for sure.
Cycling, this is a great workout.
Never skip leg day, dude.
Hey, Rose, remember when we were here? Yeah, I remember, Jack. It's not as fun now.
Like, I mean, just like I keep picturing this, like actually watching this. How nuts would that be? You know, someone was at the very top.
Dude,
This is heavy shit, man.
it's like we're all gonna die.
We
She's
just
like,
had a moment where like we all
Rose
just
is like right there
got
looking at her.
quiet
She's
and
like,
watched
I'm
the
rich.
movie.
Why am I here? And that woman's prettier than me, and Jack better not fucking look at her.
I wish he had just scoffed and rolled his eyes there.
Look at him. He's like kissing her. He's like, wait, who's that chick down there?
Ooh.
So he was 23 right here, and she was 22. That's crazy.
I cannot believe
I can't-
she's younger than him.
I can't either.
I
She
will
looks
not
like she's
sleep.
35
I
right
will
now.
not sleep tonight knowing that. I'm actually going to double check you once we get off this pod, but I will not sleep tonight. I believe you.
First off, we
but
both know
I
you're
won't
not going to
sleep.
double check me.
I will not sleep tonight.
You're not going to double check me. You're probably not going to sleep either, but you're definitely not going to double check me.
I should sleep. I'm drunk, but that is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable.
Okay, in a way, this does look like fun.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Let's go.
So this is where me and Banner with our shirts off be like, oh, hey, first one to the bottom has to buy the next six-pack.
But then we get to the bottom and be like, how the fuck are we going to get to the top? Do it again.
Is it fucked up to say that this should be like a ride at Universal Studios?
It should be.
Yeah.
It is fucked up, but like would be cool.
Well, no, it's only fucked up if they don't tie it in with Jaws, where you like try and get eaten by the shark at the bottom.
Dude, that would feel like hitting concrete. I remember,
would be, yeah.
100%.
Was it Point Break or...
This
Or
side
100%.
sucks. Whoa.
Or 100%.
Hit the propeller.
Cannonball! Like, what?
That's a
Hey, by the way, you might-
terrible way to go.
Because you know
Broken
he,
leg.
because you know he's dead before he hits
Yeah,
the ground.
or his legs are broken.
Yeah.
And he lands anyway.
Well, he might be unconscious because I think his head hit.
Either way,
Again,
yeah. I
you
would
have
hope
to
my
get
head hit.
walked off.
Better head than legs at that point.
I would shock Rose's
Look,
mom. found
Rose's mom
this
still
motherfucker.
has it going on.
Hey, kids, this is why you go to college, because you'll be on this boat, not the one fucking people are jumping off of. And this is the guy... Okay, so that's the guy who made the
He
Titanic?
owns the boat, yeah.
Okay, and he was
The
one of the first ones off.
architect stayed on.
Yeah, the architect
He-
stayed on, the captain stayed on.
But the guy who owns it left.
Yep.
Yeah. And like Cycling was saying, he becomes a pariah. Like people are like, "Wow, you fucking pussy."
Yeah, like
That's
actually,
awesome.
it's a good Wikipedia read. Like, he literally goes into like isolation.
He deserves it. Was he at the same bar that Gunnar Stahl was?
You lost it
As,
for me.
as the ship's
You lost
breaking,
it
he goes,
for yourself.
"Surrogate mother." What?
Being
I was about to say,
underneath
when's
this-
this thing
That
break
would
in half?
suck.
I'm like, right about now.
What I'm saying is,
That's
like,
awesome.
people actually
sure,
like
brother.
live that.
Yeah.
That would be just horrible. That happened to people.
Do you think most of them must have been like
sauce.
Most of them must have been like, "Oh shit, we're good now."
Yeah, like
that boat.
When does Spider-Man come in and like hold it back together?
Yeah.
The boat came down. How many people do you think that killed? That's awesome.
Anybody it touched instantly dead.
Bye.
This is why this movie was so huge, is because I would say this directing has never happened before. That's insane.
Yeah, all this was revolutionary. But do you think people knew this back then before they saw the movie?
I guarantee you, after it's word of mouth. Once one person saw it, it's like, dude, you have to see this. This is insane. It looks like you're there.
Like nowadays, if movies do bad, they pull them in like 2 weeks. Back then, they could never fucking do that.
Yeah, I'm not in a theater right now. I'm in my living room, and this DVD was like $4 to rent, and this looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
this
is insane.
Which $4 is still more expensive than it was to rent Batman and Robin.
It was actually $3
cheaper to buy it.
Rent or buy. It was the same.
Dude, this one dude fucks up his leg coming up. His leg hits and maybe it's him.
Ow, all
Right
of this
there?
shit hurts, man.
Walk it off.
Just shoot him up, guys. It's the playoffs.
There's one dude whose leg hits and he flips like a million times afterward. Was that Mario?
It's Luigi.
It's Luigi.
Oh shit!
Mario
That's
didn't
much
make
more
it.
of a Mario than
Mario didn't
Then
make
look
it.
at him and he just goes,
You
"Yes,
survive this, Rose. I'll buy you a pizza pie.
it's a me."
We are sinking.
Yeah, at this point you know that I wonder how quick this part actually happened in real life.
Really fast.
Yeah, there's
No, it would. It's a pretty big ship. I mean, it would go down kind of slow. Like
so there's
this.
Well, no,
YouTube
we just
video.
looked it up. From the second
That guy,
they hit
that's the guy's leg I was talking about.
from the second that they hit the iceberg, it was 2 hours and 40 minutes to where the entire boat was underwater.
Yeah, it takes a while, which is
It
a
gets
perfect
faster and
reason
faster.
why this movie should. The whole third act, it takes an hour and a half for the boat to sink, which I'm actually for because this thing is huge. I mean, it would take a while to sink something that big.
There's a YouTube video, actually, there's the science is way better now than it was 20 years ago. There's a YouTube video showing the boat in real time, and the whole YouTube video takes 2 hours and 40 minutes. And they show it, the entire thing. If you have 2 hours and 40
Here's
minutes.
the thing, right here.
I first thought I would want to see it, but then once it was 2 hours and 40 minutes, I thought, that's
Nah.
like
I
me
just fast-forwarded to
masturbating
the
and
end.
taking an hour and a half nap, so I'm probably never going to watch that.
Or I could just listen to the Bro4 Squad's drunk movie commentary of Titanic and fucking ignore my responsibilities in life.
So here's the thing:
Or-
Jack and Rose would never survive right here. They would get sucked down.
But they're kicking really hard.
It doesn't matter.
Centripetal
So
force.
hard, man.
Look,
But Banner
Like
love.
Phelps legs.
after having sex
Banner.
3.5 hours ago, they don't have the energy to.
Banner love.
Rose has a life jacket on, though. Rose would float to the top.
Not with that
Not-
Plus, love is pulling them to the surface, guys.
The life jacket would float her to the top. I don't care in what ocean you're in.
So I read this on Reddit the other day. There was I don't know, some passenger on this who was a big baseball guy. He was really involved with the Brooklyn Bombers
Yankees.
or something like that. Not the Yankees, and he
Brooklyn
never went to a
Dodgers.
baseball game again after he survived this because he said the crowd, the sound the crowd would make made him think of hearing this part.
Damn.
What a pussy.
Yeah,
He
it's
could have
also-
just gone to
his
Tampa
team
Bay
also
Rays
sucks.
games
Yeah.
where we don't have to worry about the crowd.
Why is that guy trying to drown her?
We use her for flotation.
Oh, yeah.
He's just horny.
So,
And we know
you
that
come
Rose
here
will give
often?
it up.
She gave me a look. You come here often to the
What if he's
building.
like, "Hey, babe, you look wet."
No, I don't.
Well, I hope so. I'm in the middle of the fucking ocean.
You come here often to the
It is true,
iceberg
man.
of the Atlantic Ocean?
The one place you don't want to be is by someone that can't swim if you're in water.
Yeah.
Because they'll freak the fuck out. You just gotta... Have you ever seen The Guardian? You just gotta knock them in the fucking mouth and
Yep.
then just take them to shore.
This is the biggest bullshit in any
Yep.
movie.
Mythbusters.
This is like one of the most
busted it.
nitpicks. Look how
Okay,
fucking
okay, I'm glad because we got a fun fact about this. Let me bring up my phone.
good. There we go.
Mythbusters busted this on Mythbusters.
Wow, that
Well,
was
if they
the
busted it on
redundant
something
sentence
else.
I've ever heard.
Well, I hate to bust your bubble, Captain Banner, but James, John Cameron,
Shut up.
Johannes, Jonas, Jim
Jesse.
Cameron, Jesse, said that the reason this happened, the door scene, is he said that Jack put her on there to save her. And yes, two people could have maybe fit on there, possibly, but Jack put her on there to save her. And that's all he said. Like, he's like, he put her on there to save her. That's the movie. Quit
Okay,
fucking with it.
but how does that refute anything that anyone else says? He's just telling us what happened in the movie.
Yeah, he just needed Jack to die. That's it.
Because
That's
James
fine.
Cameron said it.
And that's fine, but don't sit here and act like people are wrong that say that it's scientifically accurate. I'm not saying that's a good point of view to take, because I actually usually fucking hate when people say that about movies. But James Cameron can't tell those people they're wrong. Kathy
Also,
Bates.
Jack Cameron may have not been on the Titanic, but Jack Dawson. But
John
I like
Cameron.
Jack Cameron.
No, let's call him a different first J name every time.
Jay Dawson was on the Titanic.
Jason Cameron said that?
Jeff Cameron from the U.S. men's national soccer team actually directed
So
this
he
movie.
said-
But that's G.
Jack gets off the board and gives his place to her so that she can survive. It's that simple.
No.
When was Jack on the board?
That's what he said, Jeff. And
Okay.
he wrote.
Justin
he came
Cameron-
up- He came up with this story.
Justin Cameron didn't even
James
remember his own
Cameron
movie.
wrote this story. It was from his mind that this story happened.
That's true. He made this
Real
up.
life events.
What's
Jesus
that?
Cameron
This happened?
Clearly didn't think about it.
This fucking happened? I thought
God,
Cameron just
how mad is PETA about how much fur is on that one lifeboat? I mean, it's not sitting well.
Okay, if you're on this lifeboat and you're floating to shore, what's the one meal that you're going to hit once you get there? Mine's probably Panda Express.
Taco Bueno, I think.
Ooh, bueno. Sounds great.
If I was out in the middle of the Atlantic, that's what I'd be fucking wanting right now.
Honestly, if I'm in the Atlantic, I may be getting me some clam chowder.
Yeah,
Can we-
there's
Crab
the
cakes
seafood-
and football.
The seafood's are plentiful, that's for sure.
Something
Guys,
to
that
warm me
Jody
up.
Crawford with the whistle in his mouth, that's how he would want to die. Teeing up Tim Duncan in the middle of the ocean.
Would their hair
This-
like actually have?
This
like,
is
ice
true.
in it
Like,
that?
there's
I guess
room
there's not a lot
enough.
of water in it.
Especially, okay, all the husbands out there and stuff, when your wife's like, oh, I'm going to start working out this week, you need to be like, you need to start doing it now, because if we're fucking on a goddamn door, there's got to be room for both of us.
Guys,
Because-
Jack Dawson, more like Jack Frost, am I right? Because fucking dying, freezing to death.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand the reference.
It's because, like, Jack Frost is also a fictional character from the Cold Ice. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to ding that. It's terrible.
Jack, maybe, Geiger, here's maybe what happened. Jack could get on, he could get on the door. But also, that means that this relationship's going to last longer than the weekend. So it's kind of like...
You think he's been texting a mermaid down below? It's
Yeah,
just like, hey, Rose, you get on the door. I'm going to go down here.
Hey, you listen here, sport. You got your own journey, you know? It's out there.
It is the worst
I'm
whenever
not your
you're like,
future.
you're in freezing cold water and your fucking wife is on a fucking board. She's like, I'm cold, Jack. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm in the fucking water.
Yeah, that's
so
such a
what do you want
bitchy
me to
thing
do
to
about it?
say.
My legs might have probably fallen off. I just don't know.
Why doesn't
Keep
he
me
just
warm.
start
I
swimming? Get that
cannot
heart
feel
rate
my
up.
fucking lower
That should
body.
be fine.
Yeah, he just needs to start swimming. Get that
Doing
heart
laps,
rate up.
bro.
Yeah.
Do some laps.
I was going to say, does he have an Apple Watch? Then I remembered that she had to chop his fucking handcuffs off.
Yes. My Apple
I
Watch
wish they-
tells me I'm very cold.
Yeah. My
I
Apple
wish
Watch
they
is telling me
cut
to
the Billy
walk
Zane
right now.
in a fur
It's
coat.
buzzing.
And
Fuck
I
you,
wish they
Apple
cut-
Watch.
I wish they cut to Billy Zane right now in a fur coat on a boat. Just be like, ooh, I just got a little chill.
He's like, I could use another ice in this scotch.
Just take it from Jack's head. Looks fucking cold there.
So I'm cold. Are you cold? Yes.
Yeah, I'm a bit nippy. This in fucking Atlantic
So
Ocean.
can I have the blanket you have?
She's like, I don't want to be a jerk, but you're probably gonna die anyway. So it's like, do we really want that to sink with you? Also, Jack, I know you're freezing it, but I saw you liked another girl's photo on Facebook. Just use your fucking Mr. Fantastic arms, Gruffled.
Jesus Christ, that's insane,
That
dude.
is so much.
That's some directing right there.
That's dark.
And this is
gotta
there were
say-
boats going back for weeks.
I
thinking
really
of
think
bodies
James
floating in
Cameron
the-
is,
That's crazy.
as a
water.
person, a joke and fucking stupid, but this fucking movie is fantastically directed. It's very
Well, and it's
well
very historically accurate, which is cool too.
And if you ever watch Entourage, he was supposed to be the director of Aquaman
It was.
in the Entourage movie. If you've
He
seen
did-
Entourage, where Vinny Chase plays Aquaman,
Yeah,
he was the director,
he
and
was.
it really made
Did
sense
direct.
after doing this movie.
God,
The guy's
that
like,
goes
"Is
to-
anyone alive? Just raise your hand."
Yeah,
I always
That
love when people
should-
say, "Can you guys hear me?" Like, well, if I say yes.
Oh my God, a baby? Jesus Christ! I didn't
See,
remember
this-
that.
This is where, though, in 2018, it's like, "Is anyone alive?" Someone to raise your hand. It's just like, "What are your religious or political views?" Like, what does that matter? Everything. If you want
Just
to get
trying
on
to
this
get
boat.
to know. We're just trying to get to know you before we rescue you. Okay.
Where
can
do
tell
you
you
have
when I
pulled
get
me out of the water yet? Why you ask me this?
Just making conversation. Cool. I'm freezing. To
again,
death, so-
guys, fantastic pockets in this jacket that she has on.
I mean, that when you have a diamond that probably weighs 5 pounds, it's not going anywhere.
I don't know, man.
Maybe I fundamentally missed something in the movie, but the diamond is from Cal, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
fucking cows as a gift.
So why does she keep it
Because
all
she's
this
a
time?
jerk.
It matches her fucking outfit, Jeff.
But her throwing in the
Jesus.
ocean has nothing to do with fucking Jack.
Cal was alive for 20 years after this, in the story, of course. She could have mailed it to him. Like, that was his.
Yeah, but that
But,
would
like,
have fucked
at
him
the
on the
end-
insurance because he claimed the
Is
insurance
that
policy.
Jack? Is he on the fucking board?
She was
Like,
helping
what?
him the
She was
whole
helping him.
Jack just wants attention. He's fucking. Okay, but here's my question. So at the end, she throws the necklace in the water. Well, like, is that supposed to be symbolic of like her letting go of Jack? Because Cal fucking gave that to her.
I think she's thinking it all belongs down there.
Yeah, it's part of the ocean, part of the sea.
But why did she keep it? She fucking just told him he was an asshole. He called her a slut and slapped her, and she wears his diamond for 80 years
And
after.
if I'm the granddaughter, I'm like, I've been taking care of you for literally 30 years.
It's like, look, bitch, I've been wiping your ass for the last
you
25
could
years.
give that to me.
I deserve that diamond.
What the fuck, Grandma?
And also, she'd be like, "Why were you wiping her ass for 30 years? She's been perfectly healthy for like the
Okay,
majority of the time."
So
I
we're
told
all
you to
like
not do it.
we're all like 29 to 30, which means whenever this movie came out, we were about 7 or 8 years old. Now,
10.
if you were about 16 when this movie came out and you saw this with a woman, and then she was like, "Why didn't she fucking make room for Jack on the door?" You're probably still married. But if you saw this with a woman that said, "Oh my God, Jack died so courageous," you're probably divorced right now, just letting you know. Because she could have fucking moved her fat ass and let fucking Jack on that goddamn door.
Fat ass.
No sense at all. Move
I
your
don't think
fucking
Geiger's
ass,
hated
Kate.
anybody more than Kate Winslet.
She the thing is, she
I
knows that
hate-
if he dies, how many likes she's gonna get on
Oh
Facebook.
my god, I know.
Like,
Oh,
my.
she can ride that out for months.
Oh yeah, she'll put just a temporary photo.
Hey guys, remember that time when the boat sank and I lost my fiance and my lover?
Ugh. Hey, life is so hard.
Hashtag life sucks.
Why didn't she scream when the boat was there?
What if he's like, echo, echo, echo?
Did you hear that? What if that lifeboat hits another like mini iceberg?
And it sinks?
There's
There's another 3 hours
This is
of the
why we don't
lifeboat
trust
hitting
our
an
wives to
iceberg.
drive.
What if
Here's
when
the
he's
thing.
calling them,
Why does
it's
he
not-
sink?
I'll never
Ice
let
floats.
go. I'll never let go. I'm letting go right now.
No, he should not sink. Ice floats.
You don't know his buoyancy level.
Humans
How much
float.
water he drank.
Humans float.
Fucking
didn't
stupid.
drink.
Not only did Rose not get saved herself, she fucking let Jack drown.
Yeah, she said she wouldn't let go. It'd be funny if he's like, "What the fuck, bitch?"
Yeah, he like wakes up all of a sudden.
He's like, "I was sleeping."
I was just resting my eyes.
We've all been part of that company though. Is just like she's like, even though she makes it back to London, I mean, she's gonna like. I expect you to be at work on Monday.
Yeah,
Just
everyone
don't-
else showed up.
Still, yeah, just don't spread your shit to the other office.
They get it.
Fucking
So was she
Rose.
getting raped right there?
What?
It's a
Rape
rape
Whistle.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
The C, the C was me too. Like, yeah, the C did it to me also.
Nice earrings. What are you, Beyonce?
Is that Sasha Fierce?
Would it have been awesome more if, like, Rose had, like, a 28-year-old fucking boyfriend in the scene? He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, you gotta fucking listen to her, dude.
He's
I've
like-
fucking heard all about this before.
He's like in a band. Also, you should come check us out.
Bill Paxton's like, hey, so I got like a Corvette downstairs. You want to go fuck?
Yeah, it's like a Kurt Cobain haircut. He's just like, yeah, man, my babe tells the truth. That's the only way she knows how to tell it, man. It's like, why are you here? It's like, I don't know, we fuck sometimes. Think we're in love.
Something like that. Anyway, we're playing on Thursday if you guys can swing by.
Sometimes when
Okay.
I really do her right, she calls me Jack, which is weird because my name's fucking Tim, but, you know, I let it slide.
See? Okay, so Geiger, do you and me end up on a life jet on a
Somehow you guys
lifeboat?
Of course, we
do.
have our own, we
With
have
a
our
keg.
own fucking life preserver.
And Jeff and I have
boat
been
in our
waiting
fucking
patiently in
place.
line and somehow didn't get one.
And we're on a
Yeah.
lifeboat by ourselves.
We're
with
like,
a
well,
keg.
this is a little weird. Yeah.
You guys have
We
the
all-
fast pass.
We all have a rendezvous point at a pub, and they're like, Banner, Geiger, how'd you make it? I'm just like, actually, we had our own boat the whole time. And someone else tells us this great fucking expedition about how they survived on a door, and the person that they cheated on their fiance with, like, died or something. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, we had our own boat the whole time. Because, Banner, if we have a fucking boat, and we have light boats, the only person that's going to survive that boat is us.
Oh, for sure.
Look, and at point number 1,000 on Why Cal Loves Us, he goes and looks for her, hoping he'll find her. He could have given up. Could have said, no, she's been a bitch to me, but he still looks for her.
However, I think if a fucking brunette with huge tits was come up and say, hey, how are you? I think he would just kind of forget all about her.
Man, he's a good guy.
Even moderate-sized tits.
Did you see that guy, like, picking up the life vests? If I'm a passenger, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hold on to mine.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and need to
Yeah,
keep
do you
this.
need that? Because I prefer
Yeah.
to hold on.
God, I really wish Billy Zane showed up at the very end with Rose. Because he'd be like, God, you look terrible. Like, why did I do this?
Hold on a second. Are you like typing or something?
I'm trying to get my volume right. It's got all fucked up on my Skype.
Because all we hear is tap, tap, tap.
There's Statue of Liberty.
Didn't know she made an appearance in this.
Does that mean freedom?
Yeah. Is she credited? Did she,
Her,
yeah.
her and the aggro crack.
Well, she won a SAG award for Best Supporting Actress. You should know that, Sugley. You know everything about this movie.
God damn.
Obviously.
Egg on my face.
Rose Dawson.
Took his last name. You knew him for 40 hours.
Yeah, that's a bit dramatic. He there's no way he wants that.
She threw away her entire family for a guy she knew, a homeless guy she knew for 40 hours.
He's not homeless. He said he lives under a bridge. I don't know what's so hard about you.
What's his home?
What if while she's telling this story, Bill Paxton just grabs her granddaughter's hand and holds it and just smiles? It's like, I don't know who you are. Why do you keep holding my hand?
No, I would love if Bill Paxton
story.
totally called out the same shit we're calling out. Like, so it sounded like you were kind of shitty to Cal.
Yeah. So what's Cal doing now? It sounds like you're kind of a bitch to him. No, I mean, he slapped me. Yeah, after you cheated on him multiple times.
She's like, he slapped me. He's like, well, show me a couple that doesn't have problems. I'll show you a couple of liars.
Oh, shit.
See, and he doesn't even get the diamond.
So here's Paxton, just be like, yeah, I gotta
You
get
know they
cigars,
just
but-
fucked, right?
You know
Oh,
He
of course he
smells that
did.
cigar,
It's just
like-
like, God,
It was very
your
sexual.
grandmother's a great
You pulled a
person.
Bill Clinton with that cigar and then smelled
She has a
it.
huge
yeah.
heart. Like, I guess. I mean, she kind of fucked over the guy. Anyway, so, how's college?
I'm 31 years old. That's cool.
Yeah, I remember when I was there, too.
He is so milking this. Like, he's totally acting like the way he's not even looking at her, like looking off.
Guys,
into the
I'd
distance.
fuck Rose's mom before I fuck the granddaughter.
Paxton's like, okay, answer me this straight. If you could fuck one thing of me, would it be my sideburns, my earring, or my fucking sweater?
He's like, I know it's impossible to choose, but you have to. That's the point of the game. It's fun.
Wait, does this connect to Robin Hood Prince of Thieves? Because Rose looks like the fucking witch from that right now.
They've aged her up, you know that.
Do you think when Jim Cameron was directing this and she
paint is
drops it in
bad.
the water,
He haunts my dreams.
Who told you to cover up?
do you think Jim Cameron, when he was writing this, was like setting up a sequel right here? Drop the diamond in the water. Titanic 2.
Good God, look at those veins. Oh, but she painted her nails, so that's fine. She still
You
takes care of herself.
you have to look good if you're going to step on the deck of a ship in the Atlantic and throw a necklace over.
Look
There
good,
is-
feel good.
There isn't an
Looks like
alternate
looks like a-
ending.
There
Looks
really
like
What
a
is-
No, like
Wait,
looks like a
the-
paralyzed-
for real. Cycling
looks like
for
a
real,
paralyzed 7-foot lizard trying to fucking go overboard. Just the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Cycling, what's the alternate ending?
The alternate ending is that Bill Paxton catches her and asks her to not throw the diamond in, and then she convinces him, and she throws it in anyway.
She convinces him that I'm gonna do it anyway.
But yeah, like it's an alternate. It's on YouTube, but like
So
he
that's the Ruby that
never belonged to her. in
That
the
she
first
stole from
Cal
Billy
gave to her.
Zane.
yeah. Okay. And she's had it for this whole time.
place. Yeah,
Why?
because it was in the coat that Cal put on her because he was so caring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I don't get. She kept it, but it's from Cat. It has nothing to do with
So
Jack.
so she loves Cal, right?
It's exactly the opposite of Jack, basically.
Jack's like,
Cap.
what the fuck? In the afterlife, he's like, you held that.
She's
on
like,
to
you
them?"
know what? I was basically able to, in the afterlife, fuck them both because I kept Cal's diamond and took Jack's name.
Okay, do you guys?
Yeah.
So Stackley, do you think at the very end when she sees Cal and she kind of looks away from the boat, she's like looking, she's like, man, he's still looking for me. Maybe I don't deserve him. And she finally,
I would hope that, but
That's
I don't
not
trust
it.
her.
no, Rose is a bitch.
When
She's
they get to
dead
land-
too, right?
So Cal does actually like want to reconnect when they get to land right away, like immediately after.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Okay, she dies there, right? Is everyone in agreement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. That's kind of how I interpret
So
that.
here's how I
fuck
interpret it. Like, she dies, and then
So?
this is
What?
her afterlife, and she spends it with Jack, a guy she's known for 40 years. She clearly got married and was married to the grandfather for, like, probably 60
Which wasn't
years.
Billy Zane or
So,
Jack.
Right. So that sucks that this guy gave his heart to her for their lifetime, and she chooses to spend the afterlife here with a guy she knew for a few hours.
This scene where it's like her walking into the ballroom, This is like when you're at a party and you fucking go to the bathroom and throw up, but you come back out and you're like ready to drink again. Everyone's like, "So glad to have you back."
And you
Shut
feel
up.
better than you ever have, though.
So this is heaven. You're walking into an awesome party, but the ship is gonna fucking sink in an hour.
Every
But
time.
Leonardo DiCaprio as a 20-year-old is at the middle of the steps.
That'd be funny if Leo's
Well,
like, I watched
honestly,
you the
I'm not
whole
even
time.
gay, but if heaven is me fucking Leo as a 20-year-old, sign me up.
It
Yeah.
could be
But
worse.
if heaven is Leo with the suspenders and those corduroys, then fuck yeah.
I think we learned a lot about ourselves on this commentary today.
It's true.
I
probably
really
gay
want to go
this
do a
one day.
saddle workout now. I just want to see what it feels like.
What is that organ?
Yeah, that's Banner's fixation moment of the commentary
Is
as
it
is
just-
tradition.
I
What the
kinda
fuck?
wanna
Send a
go
letter
to-
to Jim Cameron.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go on a cruise for some reason.
If we sent him a letter, it'd be like Jim, John, Justin, Jason,
Jingleheimer Smith.
slash.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
His name is my name too, guys.
God damn it.
Guys, that was the Bro Force Squad's
Longest
interpretation, longest ever commentary on Jim James's Cameron's Titanic.
Jingleheimer Smith.
Any last thoughts? Hornacek.
What?
Exactly.
I just
Cycling.
heard my name. Would you say before that?
He said, "Any last thoughts?"
I think the last thoughts.
Yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube and iTunes.
That's
at
my
Bro
line,
Force
you
Squad.
dickhead.
He said, "Any last thoughts?"
That's my last fucking thoughts.
So you have nothing to say about the movie.
It was short. It was a quick one.
Geiger.
You know my thoughts.
Swim.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
fucking
gave-
swim.
I gave you my thoughts for 3 hours.
You gotta swim.
Cycling, you got anything to
You gotta
add?
swim.
I just think
You
it's
gotta
sad
swim
that-
through life. You gotta swim through life.
I just think it's sad that no one talks about the true bad guy, the true villain in this movie. The iceberg gets away with murder.
Gets away with
Fucking
it.
asshole.
Never brought to court.
Never
Because
comes.
it's white, no one cares.
Guys,
It is white.
we have been the Bro Force Squad podcast. Check us out on our website, broforcesquad.com. We're on YouTube. Heard of it? Go ahead and give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at BroForceSquad. I'm probably missing some other stuff, but I'm pretty drunk. So till next time, for our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli, our enforcer in the paint, Matthew F. Geiger, and the mayor himself, Jeff Hornacek, I am your captain, the mad scientist, Brian Banner, and we will see you guys on the next cruise ship.
Yeah.
Fuck.